man.
Right.
Do you curse a lot in your...
Well, you know, on the radio, they take out all the curse words, which means they take out all the words. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure, for the rap songs?
Yeah.
Sure.
Turn on the hip-hop station, it's like, I'm gonna you up so bad, gonna in the to your mother man, and after that, I'm gonna your mother sister gonna not even gonna kiss her. something like that. Yeah.
First of all, our guest in the studio, comedian Evan Davis. You live in L.A., so you got to have a car.
You got to have something big. I don't think that's right, man. Housewives driving expeditions. I don't think you should be able to. You should be allowed to drive something that big unless you're really going on an expedition. Like if you're picking up See's candy in a shower curtain, that's not an expedition. No, that's an errand.
Yeah,
you should have to take the Ford back in a second. I think they should have eye tests at the optometrist for like drivers. Like instead of reading letters off a card, they should have you cover one eye. It's like, is that a roof rack or a cop car?
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made...
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Well, I love Halloween and everything about it, you know, the night and candy Esther used to buy for the little goblins. And the trick-or-treaters themselves. Why, she'd buy enough candy for the whole darn city, I'll tell you. And every kid within a few blocks from here knew it. Now, they knew they could come to the old Johnson house and be sure to get some really good stuff, you know. Popcorn balls and big candy bars and bubble gum, you know, the best.
Trick-or-treat!
Well, I haven't been much up for handing out treats the past couple of years because the kids stopped coming by.
Knock on the door.
I don't know why.
Trick or treat.
But anyway, this year I'm ready for them again. Got the popcorn balls made and picked up some of those big Snickers and Clark bars.
What's he doing?
I just hope they come by. I suppose maybe they just decided to stop coming by since I haven't done it for a while. Oh, well, I'll just sit here and wait to hear if anybody shows up.
Want some candy, old man?
I hear that old man Johnson had all of Esther's favorite treats ready for him, passed out, and they didn't stop by, huh?
That's it. Let's get him.
Yeah, I guess they're just
Watch
not
this.
coming. I guess they're not going to show up tonight. Oh, well, I guess I'll turn in. Almost 7 o'clock. I'll just save it for my granddaughter's birthday party.
Oh, my
If they're coming, I thought they would have phoned by now. Boy, it sure is warm in here.
Wow. This Halloween season, when the bell rings, answer it. This message brought to you by the National Halloween Foundation, NHF. It's no trick that we treat you right.
I believe. Hi, it's the Bob and Tom Show. I believe that was the first bit I ever appeared on.
That was you acting
Really?
as an announcer.
That's right.
Why don't you try doing that now?
Son of a...
Wow, we're out of the gate.
Now, just a short 30 years later, I'm yelling curse words
Excuse me,
on the
wait.
air.
First, I've got my directing baton. Thank
Yes,
you,
you
Willie.
do. Yes, you do.
And now I've been complaining that Josh tends to not talk much during the first break. So
Well,
what I'm
he's
going to
fixing
do,
you.
I'm going to do right now is let Josh handle the rest of the break.
Oh, okay.
Josh.
Do the intro?
Yes, here we go. Go ahead, Josh.
Josh, take it.
No, Josh, you gotta speak up, Josh.
Josh?
Well, Josh, this is disheartening, isn't
Well, I tell you what, maybe that letter writer was correct.
I tell you what, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or he's honestly just late. I don't... Maybe he's not coming in. Maybe this is a work slowdown.
A protest.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, he's been working hard on his podcast called That Josh Arnold.
Hi, Tom.
Chick, how are you?
Hi, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick. This is real funny until we found him dead in his bedroom floor.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, my
Ace, is that you?
God.
Possibly. Or is it Chris Gilson with a very inappropriate costume?
Oh, well.
That would have been the end of our show, huh?
Hello, Willie.
Hell of a way to start the show, Chick. I mean, we are on fire already.
Unbelievable. I just want to tell you people, by you people,
you mean the rest of us.
You know who I'm talking about when I say you people.
Yeah, I know.
For the third time in my adult life, it's raining here. Check local listings where you are, but it's raining pretty hard here. And I had my raincoat I knew where it was, and I wore it to work. For like the third time in 62 years, I knew where it was, and I was prepared.
Well, good for you. You're
do you think of
finally
that?
an adult.
Yeah, I had one of those Three Stooges moments, or guess. I mean, you know, when you open the umbrella and it goes all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a then it goes
Upside down?
Yeah.
That is good. I love that.
And we got a new one, but it's all is right with the world. Josh really is missing in action, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. He's not here.
Okay, well.
Should I call him?
Okay. Yeah, why don't you give him a ring?
Maybe FaceTime him. Yeah, get him on here.
Okay.
FaceTime him while he's driving.
Like, not even have Dean do it. Just you FaceTime and hold your phone next to the
Driving in
mic.
the rain.
Now, speaking of podcasts, also coming.
Oh, I see him. I see the man. I see the man. I see the action man. He's coming in.
Oh, he's here?
He's coming in.
Please tell me you planned this because you're pissed about the first break.
Because we keep getting letters about how Josh doesn't talk
We
much
don't
during the
keep
first
getting
couple of
Many
segments.
letters.
We got one letter. I'm pretty sure you wrote it, and you're trying to forge it or something.
Yeah, this show works. We got so many letters remarking that Josh tends not to talk much during the first couple of segments of the show.
I believe this
so
is
I thought
the-
today Josh, you'd go ahead because he thought it was because we were all talking.
I think this is the definition of this will fix your wagon. He just didn't show up.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Wiping the rain off his glasses. You all right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
good. Okay.
Just a
What's
couple
the
minutes
name of that podcast you're doing?
That Josh Arnold podcast.
Josh Arnold, okay.
Dude, I know you pretty well now. You look like you just got up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your eyes are real, kind of puffy. Or you went with a round with Tyson. You all right?
My alarm went off at the same time. I
Yeah.
did linger in bed. But other than that,
Gripping the gripping the
What are you going to call it?
the log cabin.
No, maybe the chimney of the log cabin.
Yeah, the old Lincoln log.
no fun this morning.
Did you have Lincoln logs when you were a kid?
Yeah, at my grandparents' house.
I love those.
I had the white
We didn't
dress.
care for them very much. They were boring.
Yeah.
Mine were,
They are boring.
They're
You know what
pretty
Lincoln
fun.
logs are, Christy?
Yeah, my kids had them.
mine were like Frontier sticks, or they were the lesser brand of Lincoln logs.
So did you guys have the one kid? I know can't remember anybody's name. I can actually remember the name of the kid that had the gigantic Lincoln logs his dad made for him.
Oh,
I mean, these things were the size of baseball bats.
wow.
Seriously.
So he made his own playroom or playhouse and crap.
He lived on Westchester Road. His name was Robbie. I don't want to say his last name. He's probably out there doing something distinguished. But
Robbie Gold, kicker for the Bears.
Robbie S. was his name. Yeah, his dad made him these really cool Lincoln logs.
Cool.
Great toys.
Where are you on Tinker Toys? You like
I love
Tinker
all that
Toys?
stuff.
I
Anything
love
creative.
Tinker Toys. I like the Tinker Toys.
Yeah, and I saw this just a few minutes ago. I don't have it in my head. It's something like 21% Hasbro is up with board games in the last
Of course.
because certain things are
That's
going
it.
way up.
Board games, wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And we have another company on the up.
well, good. We'll find out what that is coming up in the news with Christy Lee. Did I mention she's sitting at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk?
Yes.
I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Did
Well, I
mention
mean, I am
Did I mention the chair that was empty until just a minute ago was the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair, usually occupied by the rather subdued and quiet Josh Arnold.
I like listening to you guys in the first couple breaks.
Yeah. Now, is it true that the first 10 minutes of your podcast is just you fiddling with paper and
You got to get ready.
trying to think
Not
about
everybody
it?
gets right to work when they arrive.
You leave your chair, people hear the
Yes.
microwave buzzing as you make your morning concoction. What is it this morning, by the way? You always have some exotic...
He hasn't gotten anything because he came right in here because he was
Oh,
late.
dang it. I left it in my car. I have instant oatmeal today.
Oh.
Okay, no pulled pork or...
No, usually I just
Salmon.
like a lot
does.
of protein in the morning.
He does like to bring an entree in. Yeah. A meat entree.
Does every office or workplace always have the guy or the lady that brings in something that really stinks? As opposed to something that really smells great and makes you really hungry. Then it's the one that, someone's cooking some sewage.
Yeah, see, I was going to do that this morning, and I thought I had leftover salmon that I was going to bring in a microwave, and I went, well, I'm not going to ruin everybody's day.
Well, thank you.
Just for my breakfast.
Yeah, one time I brought in taco salad for Spanish class, and then they made a new rule. Griswold can't bring the food in.
That's a good idea.
That's a great idea, though.
Taco
Yeah.
salad for Spanish class?
Yeah.
I thought it would be fun.
Sure. Sounds tasty.
Eighth period, sitting in a locker all day really didn't help much.
There's that. Yeah.
I see. It wasn't a breakfast issue. It was a things have rotted
I
issue.
see. That's very serious. Coming up, we have Chick McGee at the sports desk. That was Willie G. Patty G in the next room. We have a little plot going And then we're going to feature something that Pat put together yesterday that I enjoyed very much. And we have...
We had lunch yesterday, Tom, at the sushi place, and Tom tipped the sushi chef.
Yay!
He goes, this is for the last 5 times.
That's fun.
I didn't realize that the sushi place, I didn't know it, because I eat in the regular restaurant part, and we were the only 2 people in there, right?
Yeah.
And there was a tip jar, was there not?
Well, yeah, but around the corner, so I walked
on the
up
bar.
and I dropped in. I said, hey, sorry, I didn't know that was here.
Well,
No, I bet he was
nice
very
of you.
appreciative.
Now, Pat, did you have lunch with Tom like we had lunch with Tom the day before that, or he didn't know you were there?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was a planned event.
All right. Same table. Oh,
Did you
that's-
buy?
Did I buy?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
But I got to hand it to Pat, because when the lady came up, she just looked at me and she said, the usual? And I went, yes. And Pat said...
Yeah, I'll have what he's having.
Oh.
Without even
Made
knowing
it
what I
easy.
was having.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Oh, good.
Delicious and delightful. Nice little lunch.
Boy, you are just following him blindly. Remind me when...
I don't like ordering or worrying about it.
Did you hear how much that buttered his bread, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Just the fact that Godwin he gets what I get. It's no big deal. He's just like Daddy.
This bulletin for all sycophants. Line up. He loves them.
Same salad, same drink.
Whatever he's having, I'll have just exactly the same.
What a great order, Mr. Griswold.
Boy, do you know how to order. Now, let's see.
Hey, sports headlines. You want some?
Sure.
Yeah.
Justin Turner, remember him? He was the guy taken out of the World Series by the Dodgers and because he had the COVID.
Yeah.
And then he celebrated on the field. Major League Baseball's not happy. Well, I tell you what they're doing. And if you're saying, hey, I didn't watch the World Series, well, apparently neither did anyone else. We'll have the ratings. And Big Ten football, they're out there. They're competing. They can't wait for the next game. Wisconsin and Nebraska can't wait for their game. Not so fast, my friends. We have a cancellation in Big Ten and Boston Marathon. If you're gearing up for that, don't worry about it this year.
Is that in the spring?
They've already canceled it. They say they're not going to hold it until 2021. The fall of 2021, they've rescheduled it for then.
Okay.
So there you go. And a couple of NFL moves.
Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Josh, is that
I don't know what they're wearing or what time of day or if they're serving snacks while they're running. I don't know.
Hey, guess what joke I'm going to try to do, Willie?
Boston Mayor. I don't know what you got.
So, Josh, this is going to cut into your training?
Well, you know what? It will help my training because I'll get.
That's just mean.
You're venturing into snarky water.
Are you saying that he's training for the Boston Cream Pie Marathon? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Is that what you were saying?
There's two jokes there.
Is that what you were going for?
Yeah, there are 2 jokes.
I will tell you something.
I saw the light inside.
Not only would I compete, I'd watch the Boston Cream Pie Marathon.
Yeah, I'd watch that all night.
Who said any of these were jokes? This sounds delicious and delightful.
And then at the end, they have a big Boston Cream Pie fight? Yeah.
Oh, God. That would be great.
Jumping in a big cream pie like it's a pool, and at first the dough kind of hurts, but then you get into the cream.
And then all of a sudden the sound comes on.
Yes.
High fives.
Yeah.
That is a party.
And the bees, my God, the bees are on fire.
Josh, give me, I'm going to kiss you. Let me give you a smooch.
Those are murder hornets. But I've got my donkey.
The Boston cream pie more of a cake, right?
Yeah, basically.
Well, there's a lot of cake in it. But boy, it's great. That's one of my favorites.
How do they get away with calling that a pie?
Good point.
There's a lot of food.
Of course,
that
they
has,
call some stuff other stuff pie.
We could look into this.
Like the hair pie.
Great food that have weird names. I wasn't going to say hair pie, but thank you for
hair pie.
Coming up, we have a painful story in sports. Did you see the photograph?
Yes, I did. I didn't see the photograph. I saw the story.
Don't look it up.
And I bent over real quick.
Yeah.
And I think all guys will when they hear the story.
Yeah. Ruptured.
Oh, just beyond.
Oh, no.
Don't even look
Nuclear.
at it. You don't want to think about it. That's coming up, and lots of other cool stuff, including another great story about an old lady. Very old grandma doing something really cool.
That's right.
I'm sure she doesn't have a voice quite that deep, but
we'll things happen.
Did she bake a cake or something?
No, she.
And then we have a stripper skeleton Halloween display.
Is that
You
right?
seen this?
Is that right?
That neighbors want down.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's naked.
Yeah.
A stripping skeleton.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
We'll find out about that right now. The world's in an odd place. We all know that, and we're all getting kind of tired of it, but it's reality. You got to deal with it. And a lot of great people are out there looking for jobs. And if you've got a job and you'd like to get a great person that has the skill set that you need, actually, there are probably more really talented people looking right now than ever. So if you're a small business and you've got to get some great people, check out LinkedIn. You know, you probably know that LinkedIn has, this is an incredible stat, 706 million members worldwide. Professionals looking for something to do. Well, you can find great people for your business by going to LinkedIn.com and checking out LinkedIn jobs. If you're ready to make that next hire, you find the right person, once again, by going to LinkedIn jobs. You'll be down to one screen. They'll find the best candidates, and you start with a simple screen going, these people have the qualifications you're looking for. And then keep scrolling until you find exactly the person or persons that you need. So once again, if you're ready to make that hire, check out LinkedIn Jobs. You do it by going to linkedin.com/Tom. That way you get the first $50 off. Once again, linkedin.com/Tom. That's linkedin.com/Tom. $50 off your first job post. Terms and conditions apply. Check out all the details at linkedin.com/Tom. Get someone really great to help you out in these unusual times. Coming up also, we have a great song with Mr. Pat Godwin on the way. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on what would be Thursday, October 29th, 2020. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Great show for you ahead. As you heard, our West Coast Mountain correspondent Al Jackson's going to be joining us. And should I mention author? That's right. Al Jackson's the author of a children's book, Where is Baby Ford? You can purchase that book at aljacksonlive.com. And portions of the proceeds go to help an autism school right there in Colorado where Al's son attends, and he is on the autism spectrum. So very cool. Al Jackson will be catching up with him later this morning, and we'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Marilyn Manson will take an acting role in the second season of the anthology series Creep Show on Shudder, the streaming service from AMC Networks. The 6-episode season will premiere sometime next year. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top says, above all, his longtime friend Billy Joe Shaver was a great storyteller. Shaver died after suffering a stroke in Texas yesterday. He was 81. He was part of the outlaw country movement of the 1970s and wrote songs for Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Rodriguez, John Anderson, and more. He also had a role in Duvall's film The Apostle. And Whitney Houston has become the first black artist to have 3 diamond-certified albums. The Recording Industry Association of America has certified her Whitney album as diamond for sales of 10 million copies. Her self-titled debut and the Bodyguard soundtrack were previously awarded diamond status. Garth Brooks has the most diamond albums with 9. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Let's wait for the vocal to see if we can determine his race.
Oh, boy, that's a dangerous game, isn't it?
Well, that'd be a great game show.
No, it would.
Yeah, you talk about The Voice.
Let me stand in really quick. No, that would not be a good game show. We don't need Blake Shelton to go, I think you're Puerto Rican. That doesn't need to happen. You do not need that damn. That's a bad idea.
And then we have, what color is he? Has been canceled.
the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us now. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. It must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that? Are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
Residents of a small Austrian community are campaigning to rename their city the equivalent of Stinksville. Karl Veratsmo, 51, who moved to Lichtenworth several years ago from Vienna, wants it renamed Lichtenworth Stinkendorf.
Sure he does.
I'm not making this up.
You know what? I'm for it.
He says local pig farmers have polluted the air, so he started collecting signatures for a petition to rename the town, trying to get the people to realize that.
I like a city that lets you know what it's all about.
The town stinks.
I'll get that. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello.
Is this Carl?
Hi, hello.
Carl.
Hey, Carl, I understand that you just moved to Lichtenworth a few years ago.
The one I really was pushing for, but they didn't go for.
Yeah, which one was that?
That's Hagenschietzen.
Hagenschietzen, huh?
Hagenschietzen, Germany.
I think it's a long I in America. It's long. I think Hagenschietzen.
Hagenschietzen.
Yes, okay. Long I.
You know, your American pronunciation I don't quite understand.
Yeah, it's a... Yeah.
Percy, you must come over here sometime and visit. I think you'd love this country.
I would?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what would she love about it?
Oh, some of the most beautiful...
At Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
She's Christy Lee, and she's got the forecast.
Somewhere. Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by
Odds are it's raining where you are.
It's raining today and a high of 52. Variable cloudiness overnight down to 37. Right now we have 47 degrees.
If you're going to vote, take an umbrella. I was outside for a while. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show in the big room. We're skating at full strength again. No, that is not Chris Geis in an inappropriate costume. It's Ace. He's back.
Why do you say that? Why do you have to say that?
And how many more times are you going to say it?
God.
I'm tired of the world right now,
These
okay?
people are watching on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And poor Chris isn't here to defend himself.
No.
I would never do that.
Oh, no, Tom, why are you saying that about me?
That's the key. He's not here to defend himself. Where was I? The big room. We're back. It's Ace with a live version of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. The pre-recorded ones, a little hit and miss.
I went with the B plan because
Okay. It was nice though. And then we had Mr. Geisen auditioned.
I heard that
the Chris Geisen joke today. What do you think?
It's weird. I've driven in rush hour traffic like less than I can count on one hand in my life.
You were in rush hour traffic yesterday?
Yesterday and the day before.
Oh, wow. Were you coming back from some kind of illicit rendezvous? Light 100 miles, if you know what I mean. Apparently not. Okay. All right. See, again, Ace defends himself by not saying anything and making me look bad. The Chick McGee's over there. Once again, at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk, it's Josh Arnold. He hasn't said much yet, but he's just warming up. He'll kick in pretty soon.
I'm about to say a boatload.
Oh, boy.
Got a letter. Actually,
Get the kids in the other room.
Yet another letter about that from another member of the Junior Windbag Society. I'm sending this message just to stick up for Josh.
Oh.
Josh, when somebody accuses you of being grumpy or quiet, it does make it worse. Having been a 30-year listener to the Bob and Tom Show and a VIP member, I expect Josh to start working at 6 a.m., stop taking so much time off and coming in with a pizza hangover and a sore arm from excessive masturbation.
Oh, my goodness.
Signed, Greg from Michigan. In your defense.
It's very funny that it starts with in your defense. And, See, you know what happens? I get these all day. I get these sort of jokes. And then somebody will write me, this happened yesterday, and I've been feeling bad about it for the last 24 hours, essentially. Somebody wrote me on Instagram, and I read it in that sort of tone.
Sure.
And I responded in kind, and the person let me know that I was being a, quote, dick.
Oh, boy.
And I thought, I thought it was just sort of a tit for tat.
Playful thing.
Yes, yeah. He was actually reviewing my podcast. When I reread it, I went, "Oh, yeah, he was just sort of being nice." And so, Bobby, I apologize to you if you're still listening.
It's very hard to negotiate ball busting in DMs.
Yes, and I had just read 12. I had just read.
We have been on record since day one of texting that we need a sarcasm font.
Yes, and I thought he was busting my
something, some kind. Is there a what do you call it? Is there a emoji for that?
I don't know.
Is there a?
But I'm also anti-emoji, so I could have put a wink at the end of mine, or you know what I mean. But I don't like to do that. So
I think the whole thing about sarcasm.
I second that emoji.
Very nice.
I second that emoji. I don't think that you need to have a sarcasm font because I think that sarcasm has a certain amount of nuance to it that develops through a familial relationship. So you use sarcasm with people you know well.
Exactly.
Right.
And since this gentleman and I don't know each other,
we'll be back with more on Today's Family right after this.
Yeah, we didn't know that I didn't know he was being straight, and he didn't know I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, that'll happen. Okay.
Yeah,
but the point is, there are a couple of podcasts out there. Of course, the Bits and Pieces podcast, which is examining pieces from this show.
Yes,
with Jess and Jessica and Willie as supervised by a veteran of our show. Is he supposed to be anonymous? I don't know his name.
No, it's Jason Offset.
Why isn't his name there?
I don't know why it's not on there either.
He's the producer, and we ended up going to him. He's got a microphone right there, so we ended up talking to Jason.
So it's kind of like Ace.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
On occasion, he's allowed to talk.
Yeah, I don't think.
When cued,
on occasion, he's allowed, and he insists not to.
And then when cued, he decides not to.
Yeah,
I have a dog that's like that. One of my dogs, right now, 3 big dogs at my house. And this morning, we had a little chat with everybody, and one looked at me and said, "If I could talk, I would choose not to." Like, what the hell is that?
Oh, that is fascinating. Yeah.
The other one, the other dog is one of these 3-year-old dogs. Still thinks he's a puppy.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Where are we going? This is great. It's raining. Fantastic. I'm going to go get full of mud. Isn't that great?
Yeah. Stand here forever.
Yes, Ace.
I have a Jason story.
You have a Jason story?
Before he worked here.
Yes.
He was a listener, and he called in to win a contest. And you had a trivia question. What is the national anthem of Canada? And he didn't know.
So he didn't win?
No.
Oh.
Look, he got the job then.
What the hell kind of a story is that?
So he can feed
because
us.
it's okay.
I don't know.
What the hell's going on?
That's the answer, Jason.
I definitely
tell that story.
No, Chick, I definitely missed what the connection was with anything else that we were.
Jason, what we were talking about.
Jason is the producer of the new Bits and Pieces podcast.
Oh, that was literally Jason Offsets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to hear my contest winner story.
He called
we don't want to hear that because we know it. Chick and I have heard it, and it's very.
I experienced it firsthand.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
I was bragged to about the situation. Okay.
Does this involve Inagata Devita?
As in, hey, guess what I just did? I don't want to know.
Ice picks and
I know that.
Sunglasses for the rest of your life. Let's see now.
Hey, let's go to.
I thought before we get to sports. We had a fun story yesterday.
Stories with Ace. I think we're on to a new feature. Just kind of hang there and you don't know what the hell's going on. Stories with Ace. I bet you do.
Now we had a really interesting story yesterday.
He's back, everybody. He's back.
There's one today about what is it? Kim Kardashian, I guess, for her birthday party, wrote to all of her fans how humble she was, and by the way, she had a 40th birthday party on a private island
in Tahiti. Yeah,
flew everybody in. Mm-hmm. But she actually talks about how humbling it is.
Yeah.
Just beyond belief. Really.
She got a lot of backlash for that.
Humbling. Okay. That's like OJ saying, I was humbled when the glove didn't fit. The point is, really, really rich people do kooky little things. And the story yesterday involved a couple that has this mega $1 million beach house at Laguna Beach.
Yeah, and they had put up a sculpture and their neighbor didn't like it, and now they're fighting about it.
And again, I get that. I mean,
but it wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be some huge.
Yeah, but there's this concrete wall in front of it, and if you've got this beautiful beach view, that's your art. You don't need to have some cheesy sculpture. Well, I really like our beach property. I especially like the fact that the neighbor have the giant lady with her ass in the air like she's planting tomatoes by the water. Hilarious. It's in bronze. It'll be there.
That wasn't it, but
these people have millions of dollars.
That was pretty, actually.
And they're complaining they're never going to be happy.
Yeah, it's.
Are you saying
awful.
that if you had a beach house, and
Right.
you somehow procured the Thinker statue from Dobie Gillis,
I'd put it in the backyard.
All right. Okay.
Well, that is the backyard.
The backyard is the beach.
The backyard is the beach.
Depends how you're.
No.
The point being, you don't put it on the beach side. The beach is the beach. You leave it alone.
Yeah.
You put up an umbrella. You take it down when you go in. Okay. You don't ruin it with a stupid sculpture. These people they're both billionaires. But the part of the story is they're involved in a lawsuit. So this guy apparently set up a gigantic sound system on his roof and has been blasting music. And mostly, apparently, he's over and over and over playing the theme to Gilligan's Island.
Correct.
So Pat took the liberty of taking the Gilligan's Island theme and applying it to this story, which I really enjoyed. We can all sing along, by the way.
Bill Gross is a big old billionaire with a mansion by the sea. He had a sculpture built for him on his property. Problem was his neighbor's view was blocked, so he sued. Bill played the Gilligan's Island theme on a 3-hour loop. Everybody, a 3-hour loop. The neighbors cracked on hour 2, a little after dark. They dragged their speakers on the lawn and blasted Baby Shark. Everybody, they blasted Baby Shark. So all hell's broke loose on Laguna Beach every single night. The billionaire plays to the Freddy. The neighbor blasts MacArthur Park. Then it's Muskrat Love and Sue Studio and Nicky Breaky Heart.
A big Billy Ray.
You didn't even get to the chorus.
Well, it's because people know it, and I think we probably have exciting things in sports.
I think that was done before by another group, and he
whatever. That's the one. That's the one that had the magic. Happens all the time.
Yes. You say so, Tom.
Look at Blinded by the Light. Dressed up another douche.
Yeah.
Another runner in the night.
You don't have that right?
Manfred Mann.
But they sure do say douche when they mean douche. Yeah.
Douche.
Well, I'm sorry.
Did they know what they were doing? Now?
I don't care. You got anything interesting?
Justin Turner violated coronavirus protocols in the World Series. He celebrated by winning championship on the field with his Dodgers teammates. Major League Baseball also says Turner refused instructions from security to leave the field, behavior that, of course, risked the safety of others. The commissioner's office says it's starting a full investigation. Turner had been pulled after the 7th after he tested positive for the virus. Then he returned to celebrate. He posed without a mask. Let's see some real proof for a team photo on the field.
But pulling him in the middle of the game just seems weird
investigation.
to me.
I don't know.
Oh, you had to.
Don't they have tests that give you results in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
And they did the
I
test
said
like
when
hours.
we did this, with the CVS, you can get, I think it's like a couple hours. I think. I don't know.
The poor guy. I mean, now he has COVID. He had a real alcohol problem there for a while.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, you've never read Turner and Hooch?
Ladies and gentlemen, that did not get the... That did not
it got exactly what it deserved.
The muted applause that deserved.
You want to give him an applause break.
I think citing what is considered to be the only C movie that was ever made by the great Tom Hanks.
I didn't know it was a book.
Well, you never saw Bachelor Party then? Oh, never.
Oh my God! Bachelor Party gets an A+.
Hookers.
I confess, not only do I like the song "Achy Breaky Heart" a lot, I like the movie Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, many do.
So there.
Yes, I do too.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
It's got a great dog in it. Oh, it's wonderful.
What is this? Bad Taste Thursday with Tom? Is that what this is?
Well, you don't like Tom Hanks.
It's a matter of having the courage to admit that you like what you like.
An irritating, awful man, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks?
You are an idiot.
Don't say that about Captain Phillips.
He's just not nice.
Yes.
I know he's not nice.
You're talking about Sully. You're talking about Woody. That guy's got heart, man.
Houston, we have a problem. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How did he...
I'd like to apologize to Mr. Hank. It's really...
Cut! Okay, we tried again. Say that a little more woodenly, please, Tom.
You don't like Big?
Forrest Gump?
Big's pretty good.
Yeah, it's full of magic.
But I think it's his friend that steals that movie. If you say something, I'm leaving. Tom Hanks. The Shimmy Shimmy Bob. By Shimmy.
Shimmy Shimmy Bob? Okay.
They sing that in big.
Okay. In any event, Christy, the thing is, it's being able to embrace your opinions even if others don't like them.
Right.
Think about Josh. That's pretty much his whole being.
We're not allowed to do that here.
No, you can. You're just going to be wrong.
I just tried to tell you why I dislike Tom Hanks. And
And you were crucified.
I was called stupid.
I called you an idiot. I didn't call you stupid.
Oh, okay. I stand correct. What's the word? Maybe I am an idiot. See what I did there?
Yeah, I liked it.
You ready to go? We're just going to wait here.
Oh, shut up. Dodgers' big win in the World Series did not bring a ratings bonanza. Remember when the World Series, everybody, you nut bones, you watched the series, everybody did, man. It was big ratings.
It was on a school
really
night.
Was it really a Major League Baseball season?
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I didn't watch
I fell asleep.
And it didn't bring a what?
The series with the Tampa Bay Rays posted an average TV rating 32% below the previous all-time World Series low.
So they don't call that a ratings what?
Bonanza. Ladies and gentlemen, that did not
Bonanza. It would have worked better if I didn't have to feed you 2 times.
You know,
he's a Dan blocker.
I didn't. It's my fault.
Hello.
I didn't know you were going to mention a 60s television show.
One of the great themes of all time?
Oh, yeah.
I can't continue to do this.
Great theme.
Why do I sit here?
Great theme. Do you remember the Bonanza reunion show they used to do?
Remember it? Didn't we just play it?
That was the Bonanza theme song.
Same thing.
Now, do you remember that the song actually had lyrics?
It did?
The show, yes, and the show starred a great Canadian actor, Lorne Greene, L-O-R-N-E, much like Lorne Michaels, the great producer of SNL.
And George Michael, of course, a great artist.
Indeed. Michael Dukakis.
Yeah, George Costanza.
And then little
character.
George, of course, little feet.
What are we doing?
I'm doing Tom Griswold.
We're doing
and then,
run.
Excuse me. Pay attention.
You've got to find something else to hit.
Welcome to the Ponderosa, my friends, for an evening of songs and stories about the mother***ing West.
There was a technical problem with this. Ace, now play the right one.
Where's that from?
Okay, please.
Wasn't he like a newsman?
Welcome to the Ponderosa, my friends, for an evening of songs and stories about the mother***ing West.
Sometimes these beeps, they really...
Look, they're there.
It's a psychological thing.
It is amazing how your mind just fills it in.
Let's just keep going here.
Chase Lady Luck till we finally Bonanza. If anyone of us, he's gonna with me.
I am not convinced that is an edit of any kind.
He did that. It's a joke?
I think those are just beeps put over.
Oh, my gosh.
There's no way.
Now, the show Bonanza featured, of course, Lorne Greene. And then there was...
Who was there, Tom?
Well, you had the sons. Dan Blocker, Haas, of course.
Yes.
Then Michael Landon was in there.
He wet
and then Pernell Roberts was in there. And of course, in the mid '80s, they had the famous reunion show.
All right.
So,
Now,
starring
Bob and Tom Television presents the Bonanza Reunion Show.
Hoss? Little Joe? Hoss? Little Joe?
The Bonanza Reunion, only on Bob and Tom Television.
Yeah.
That's when Pernell Roberts was still alive, of
on
course.
the Ponderosa. I remember the Mad Magazine did a parody of it. It had a map. And I think, as I recall, it was something like the Ponderosa, and within it was Texas. It was a large spread of land. I'm not sure.
We'll be back with more sports.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, great.
We got off topic. Learned a little bit about
How did that happen?
Lorne Greene. I think Lorne Greene may have been a newscaster.
I think he was.
Can you imagine?
Was he really?
And remember, he had a spoken song that was a big hit. called
Ringo.
I'm an American. No, he had Ringo, but then he had like I'm an American or something.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
We put our controversies in the front window or something.
Okay.
I'm
we'll
an
find out
American.
more. Right now, I want to remind you I had a great night's sleep last night. Do you know why?
Why?
My sleep number bed. What's your sleep number bed setting, Christy Lee?
35.
Chuck McGee?
100. Firmness, baby. That's where I live.
What a firmness on your side of the bed. And, Christy, that would be for you kind of marshmallow-like, as I've said before.
It was so great.
Everyone has different tastes when it comes to the firmness of a mattress, but you don't want to go to the mattress store and just get one mattress that's the same firmness. What if he or she doesn't want it that way? That's the beauty of the Sleep Number bed. It's really 2 beds in one, and it's actually 40 beds in one because you can change it at the touch of a button when it comes to the firmness. But there's more. The new Sleep Number 360 smart bed, 83% of couples sleep too hot or too cold. That's where the new Sleep Number 360 smart bed comes in, because you create your own personal microclimate. You go to bed and you get refreshed because the temperature is exactly the way you set it. How important is that? Very important. Discover the Sleep Number 360 smart bed for proven quality sleep during the Veterans Day sale, by the way. Save $1,000 on a special edition smart bed, now just $17.99, the 360 smart bed for proven quality sleep. Also, there are some very special offers for military members. Find out all the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Limited time only. Sleep Number stores, find them at sleepnumber.com/BT show. And find out about the way you can balance the surface temperature of your bed to keep you blissfully asleep all night long. Thank you very much. I love my Sleep Number bed. Coming up, fascinating things in the world of sports. That's right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. BobandTom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Essential Morning Radio, all day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Rolling through a Thursday, the 29th of October. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Al Jackson on the way later today. He'll be zooming in safely from Denver, Colorado. Looking forward to catching up with Al. Generally, he has a nice quiz for Tom to get him a little more knowledgeable about some lingo that's used in the world of hip-hop and the world of Al Jackson, trying to get Tom just a little more hip, and it's an ongoing process, and we're glad you can join us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Justin Turner violated coronavirus protocols when he celebrated winning the World Series on the field with his Dodgers teammates. That's from Major League Baseball. They also say Turner refused instructions from security to leave the field, behavior that risks the safety of others. The commissioner's office says it's starting a full investigation. Turner had been pulled after the 7th, then returned to celebrate. He posed without a mask for a team photo on Globe Life Field in Arlington. And the Dodgers' big win in the World Series did not bring a ratings win to Fox. The series with the Tampa Bay Rays posted an average TV rating 32% below the previous World Series low. Nielsen reports the 6 games averaged 9.7 million viewers. Previous average low was 12.6 million. The Giants swept the Tigers in 2012. College football, the pandemic hit the Big Ten football just 2 weeks into their season yesterday. Number 9, Wisconsin canceled their game at Nebraska and paused team activities for at least a week, including Coach Paul Chryst tested for COVID-19. Athletic Director Barry Alvarez and Chancellor Rebecca Blank made the decision in consultation with Big Ten officials. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Your mom, Chick, who would she have host that show?
Charlie Pride.
Yeah.
See? Boy, that was quite the night at my house, man. She loved that guy. He did a version of Call Elijah, and I love that song, Call Elijah by Charlie Pride, and he was on Hee Haw one night, and she went, oh, my.
Yeah. Now, did the words, who's this now?
I think she might, who is that? That's Charlie Pride.
Is he lip syncing?
Oh, that is not Charlie. That's not my Charlie Pride.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
We're speaking with comedian Jim Gaffigan. What else is your life? What are you into? Do you have hobbies? Do you like weird food?
I am a vegetarian, though.
You are?
Yeah, well, I'm not a strict vegetarian. I eat beef and pork. And chicken. But not fish, because that's disgusting.
I'm with you. Oh,
How can you tell when fish goes bad? It smells like fish either way. I can't believe we're still serving fish with the heads on there. What are we, barbarians? I always feel like the eyes looking at me like, you don't mind if I watch while you eat my body, do you? Don't be distracted if a little tear comes out.
Sad salmon. Oh, yeah.
I love when vegetarians, they always try and impress you. They're like, I haven't had meat in 5 years. I haven't had a banana in a month.
Can I tell you something? My mother used to chew her toenails.
No way.
In front of me.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
A little best of right here. Right here.
That would be,
totally naked.
How did you even think of that?
You would
See anything you like, boy?
I
remember that.
Free psychiatry for life. Free Prozac, whatever you want.
Program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
You can imagine the twisting that would be
There's a
involved.
lot of people who can't even do that.
Okay.
She was very limber. 646 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
As early as you can check out the Bob and Tom Show. We call it Bob and Tom Tonight because it'll be tonight on My Indie TV 23 at 11:30. Also, be listening coming up throughout the day on Q95. It'll be your shot at some serious cash. I'm talking about $1,000. 1/10 of a King grant. That's right. Details coming up. Keep listening. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
A little sneaky pretentiousness in there, huh?
Oh yeah. Do I have to sneak it?
That's true. It's assumed. You're right.
Okay. Let's see, where was I? Ace is back. Our engineer, Ace Cosby. Coming up today, it'll be another episode of the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day. You prepared, Ace?
Chick, I heard you missed me.
You heard wrong.
There's Chick. There's Josh at the HateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
Hi.
Christy Lee is yawning and stretching like a little kitty cat.
Wow, it's National Cat Day.
It is.
How about that?
It's also National Hermit Day. Like we all need to be hermits right now.
Hold on.
We don't need a national day for that.
When did the word hermit come back into style? When's the last time someone...
Oh, my God, no.
What?
Oh, my... Hermit means only one thing to him.
What, a crab?
No.
I believe he's thinking of Herman's Hermits.
Herman's Hermits.
But you don't hear the word hermit in daily conversation.
It's a quiet day to spend in seclusion all by yourself.
He still insists he didn't name his two sons after...
Never had a
and
Willie or a
Sam
Sam.
in the Herman Hermit song.
I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. Yeah.
Thanks.
Boy, Henry VIII was a bad
Sorry,
man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah, did you read that story that came out the other day about Anne Boleyn?
Yeah, he gave her a choice of how of being either.
No, they didn't. The court gave him a choice, and he picked beheading over burning her to death because it was more civil.
I've been divorced.
He's right.
Hang on a second. I've been divorced 3 times. We don't know what she did.
And Christy's right. I forgot. Yeah, she wasn't given the choice.
Let's keep an open mind.
A court, a quote unquote court.
Yeah,
gave him the choice. Do you want her beheaded or set on fire?
Right.
They gave us a cute little nursery rhyme to remember how all of his wives died in school.
Oh.
It was divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Oh.
That's the fun way to remember it.
Wow.
Oh, that's almost as good as Roy G. Biv.
Yeah.
There should be a book of
you
those.
know, Tom, I'd cut her head off because that's where the noise was coming from. Thank you.
That's we need a sarcastic font for that. See, discussing earlier. But again, in conversation, has someone ever used the word hermit? And doesn't a hermit kind of mean someone who's antisocial and lives in a cave?
Yes,
right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, do they exist anymore? Are there?
Oh yeah.
I think we're all hermits right now.
In a different kind of way, perhaps.
Forced hermitry?
Yes.
Does that mean anything?
Like Howard Hughes.
Yeah, I suppose he was kind of.
Howard Hughes was kind of hermit.
But he was like a rich hermit.
Yeah, but he was still a hermit.
I mean, most hermits are.
I'm still
surprised. So well off.
I'm surprised you're not farther along in your Howard Hughesness. I thought you'd be really around the bend by now.
Peeing in cups.
Tom, collecting your fluids and drinking milk 4 ounces at a time, exactly 4 ounces or something.
Let me see the blueprints. See the blueprints. Let me see the blueprints.
It's weird today because it's raining outside, so I haven't peed outside yet. Usually I would have.
I don't know if that's true.
You guys ever remember they did Hermit the Frog on the Muppets? You saw him, right?
No.
It was.
That's right, you didn't. He was Hermit the Frog.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't see him.
He had that song, It's Not Easy.
Oh, I see.
It's not easy being seen.
Yeah. Thanks, Pat. Thanks for finishing it off.
Godwin saves it.
You win.
Assist from Willie.
Willie set it up.
I was singing. You cut me off, God. Godwin, great job. Home run.
Okay, well.
Who are you, Sam?
So I'm sorry, it's National what day again? Hermit and what else?
Hermit and Cat Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little
Go
kitty
ahead.
cats.
What?
I thought you were going to play Herman's Hermits.
Would you like to hear some Hermans?
No, I want to get it out of the way so we can move ahead with our day.
Was his biggest hit? I'm Henry VIII.
Had to be.
Henry VIII.
Or I'm telling you now.
That's to the Freddie.
Huh?
What?
That's Freddie and the Dreamers.
Yeah, that's.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Huh.
Yeah. Herman's Hermits, and he's still out there and looks good. Peter Noon from Herman's Hermits.
Really?
What about the ones they do the one song?
Yeah, that's them. And Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely
Oh, that was a big hit.
Oh, I bet Mrs. Brown was higher charting.
Yeah.
There we go.
And this rocks.
And Pat,
banjo?
I learned how to play this on my Hagstrom guitar.
Oh, wow.
And you know how you got that sound back in the day?
How?
No.
You put a washcloth and you would weave it between the strings. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
I thought it got that sound because someone had broken it right before you started to play it. And
Griswold's trying to play Herman's Hermits at the party again. Break that thing.
Break it.
Washcloth on it.
A dry one. I should point that out. Here we go.
Mrs. Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Girls who shop as her are something rare.
I never. Was it girls who shop with her? What the hell?
Well, oddly enough, these guys are from Baton Rouge.
What about There's a Kind of Hush?
Oh, yeah.
There's a kind of hush.
Is that them?
I like that one.
Okay, I don't remember. That was a great song. They did that one?
Something tells me I'm into something good.
Yeah, that's
They have
All right.
a lot more hits than you
All
think.
right.
The Naked Gun.
But I mean, the Henry VIII thing. I mean, it's a happy little song about a horrible human being
Yeah.
that executed a couple of wives and.
Go on.
Well, no, everything about.
But what
him
did you do that was awful?
All right.
Me, cynical? What?
Okay. Well, let's just get back to sports, shall
Yes,
we?
let's do that. And by the way, we're talking about the World Series ratings way down. The lowest average World Series was 12.6 million in 2012, the Giants and the Tigers. And this year's 9.7 million viewers.
Ooh. That's low.
The World series.
I got the blues so bad.
They got the blues. The pandemic has hit Big Ten football. How many teams in the Big Ten, Tom?
More than 10, oddly enough.
14.
Very confusing.
Just 2 weeks into the season, number 9, Wisconsin canceled their game in Nebraska.
Number 9.
Paused team activities for at least a week after a dozen people in the program, including Coach Paul Christ, who just, climbs up on his cross and just, come on.
Jesus Christ.
Help me.
Oh.
They all tested positive for the virus.
Hey, put the Christ back in Christmas, huh?
Let's put the coach back in Christmas.
Coming up in sports is what?
NFL news.
Wow, what happened?
That was all the. If you listen back to that, it sounds like
just snapped.
It sounds like you woke up out of a dream.
It does.
Coming up in sports, what?
I think that's what happened. I think while you were talking, and we were kind of.
I was researching something.
Exactly. He was reading something. Didn't know what we were doing.
Didn't know what the show was doing.
I got so bored. I was reading something.
It was funny. This is becoming impossible.
And it gets worse every day.
Are you pulling? What's that guy's name? Chad Zuma.
No,
stomping out of here. When we come back, I'm sorry. What is it going to be?
No, I don't know what we're doing. We're going to listen to you talk about Herman's because you find that interesting.
I know that we
and
have
a Big Ten football game being canceled because of the virus. You say that's boring. I'm at the end of my various roads.
Are you going to watch it?
My fake anger about this is off the charts.
Coming up, we have some cool world records. How about that? Got some nice happy stories.
God, play something.
Got some happy, sweet stories. Got a little bit of Doug LaDouche and some Pumpkinhead coming up.
The setups are longer than the actual segments we do now.
You're right.
What's coming up in teases? Oh, sorry. I was reading something. I didn't.
Coming up in teases.
We need to listen to that. You wake up.
Yeah, you have to listen to that.
It's hilarious.
Josh was hilarious
over here. Sorry, I missed it. We'll be back with more. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, have you had a chance to check out the new Pumpkinhead animated video? That's right. Haywood Banks' Pumpkinhead song's been turned into a great animated video, and you can catch it across all of Bob and Tom's social media platforms. That's why you've probably already seen it. But if you haven't, Make sure you look for it, or just head on over to the Bob and Tom Show's website at bobandtom.com. Spell it out, BOBANDTOM, bobandtom.com. The new Pumpkinhead animated video. Check it out.
Says strong winds are continuing across portions of the state and the Florida Panhandle. The storm was about 25 miles southeast of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour. Zeta is moving quickly toward the northeast near 31 miles per hour. Additional weakening is expected throughout the day. Federal agencies say cyber criminals are unleashing a major ransomware assault against the U.S. healthcare system. At least 5 U.S. hospitals have been hobbled this week and could potentially impact hundreds more. In a joint alert, the FBI and 2 federal agencies say they have credible information of an imminent cybercrime threat to U.S. hospitals and healthcare providers. Malicious groups are targeting the sector with ransomware that could lead to data theft and disruption of healthcare services. No indication they're motivated by anything other than profit. And there are a lot of companies that have seen major gains because of the coronavirus pandemic, like Zoom, Netflix. We've heard a lot about that, online-based services. But what about this company, Tupperware? They've seen a burst of growth in recent months as we ditch eating out and do more home cooking. Those homemade leftovers have to stay somewhere, right? So because of that, Tupperware stock has soared. The company reports its profits from the most recent quarter have quadrupled. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
I just went on a date with one girl, and she was wearing a skirt and a pair of jeans under the skirt. Like she was trying to say, hey, Matt, here's 2 things you're not getting into tonight.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do, too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16, and it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Greg Hahn is our guest.
I went out with this one girl. Can I say this?
Yeah. Sure.
Get a load of this. I'm on a date. I was out with this girl, right? Here's what she says. It's true. She says, oh, I did something she didn't like. She goes, oh, you just lost some points. Oh, there's points involved. That's a point system that the women have. It's a point system. Men, we don't know what's going on. All we know is it involves points, and all of a sudden, we're down. You know what I mean? I was doing my impression of her mother. She's like, oh, you just lost some points. I'm like, really? How many did I start out with? Don't ask any questions. You're just going to lose more points. Well, transfer my account to your younger sister.
I'll tell you what I sound like when I make love to a woman. Yeah. I'm actually pretty bad at it. I call it making like. When I make like to a woman, I sound like a very scared man who's crossing a very thin sheet of ice. And all he's trying to do is get to the side alive. Sounds something like this. Oh, my God. I'm so scared. I can do this. Oh, thank God that's over with. Oh, my God. I have to lay down. That's hot. Yeah, that's hot.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there? And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Like every time you get on a plane, they talk about the flotation seat. Like if you go down, if you crash in the ocean, then this seat will float. 2 planes out of 100 go overseas. 98 out of 100 stay right here. So if you want to make me happy, you show me a seat that's going to bounce out of a cornfield. That's what I like.
702 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
In a handful of words, Christy Lee, the weather.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, rain, high 52, 47, rain now.
Well done. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show, the big room. Skating at full strength once again. Ace Cosby is our engineer. There's Chick, there's Josh, I'm Tom, that's Willie. Patty G's over there. Christy Lee's right there, and we're hot and ready to party. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
The sports party continues.
Oh, yeah, big party over here.
Admittedly, the sports party was somewhat derailed by my lack of focus.
Yes.
I got
to remind everybody, I was talking about one of the power conferences in college football.
Right.
and they just started their season. The Big Ten Conference: Ohio State, Michigan, Wisconsin, Penn State.
Well aware, yes.
Massive controversy.
And Wisconsin, and their game this week, Wisconsin and Nebraska, has been postponed because of the virus. And Tom says, I'm bored. Next. And he wanted to talk about Herman's Hermits instead.
No, he didn't do that. He just said, what's coming up in sports?
Do we have...
Would you like to hear a little bit of the Hermits?
No.
No?
Mrs. Brown,
you know what?
We can say no all we want.
You know what no means, right?
Girls are sharp as her.
But now, what was their biggest hit? I think it was...
I'm not participating.
Oh, okay. I think it was... it wasn't No Milk Today. That's a terrible
No Milk
song.
Today? I've never even heard that song.
Yeah, just a terrible song.
We are truly out in the weeds.
What the hell's this? No Milk Today?
Of course, that's what...
This is their number one hit.
Today, my love has gone away.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, isn't that awful? That's their number one song on Spotify, though.
What? No way.
Yeah.
I'm Henry VIII would have to be.
No, that's way down.
What?
Once again, it's a cheerful song about a murderer.
It's got a pretty...
Because it's National Hermit Day.
Yes.
Do you think that the Unabomber gave Hermits a bad name? I think so. Don't you think, Josh?
Can you imagine?
He's got his cabin. He's out there with that.
Josh, let's say you and I were asked to come and answer some questions in front of our equals in broadcasting.
Right.
And they'll say, hey, Josh, Chick, walk us through first hour of the Bob and Tom show. Well, we talk about a little bit of sports, and then we devoted, half hour, 45 minutes to Herman's Hermits. And, No Milk Today, and we played some of their songs and talked about it because it was National Hermit Day.
And then just when we thought we moved on, we went right back to it.
Went right back to it.
We were asked, hey, you want to hear some? We all said no, and he played it.
Herman's Hermits hit the American pop charts 22 times in the 60s and early 70s.
Wow. Okay, I've moved on. Josh, now the Unabomber.
I'm gonna hit you so hard.
Don't you like wrestle with the existence of God, knowing that the Unabomber has a great head of hair? Doesn't that make you question? It's not fair.
I'm not as...
And not only does he have a great head of hair, it's unkempt. Don't you think at least he could, wash it, comb it like Teddy Kennedy did?
I don't know
you think if he's going to have that?
If you get the great hair...
You won't admit you're obsessed by people's hair.
Why don't you just get a toupee and be done with it?
You talk about our
then
guests.
you can have your own hair.
Hi there.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many...
If Kennedy came in, you'd go, John Kennedy is here. Mr. President, nice to... boy, you've got a great head of hair. That's exactly what you do.
Well, except for that one spot.
Except for one spot.
In the back
there. Like a cowlick. What the hell's going on there?
Oh, your brother has that too. Is that genetic? Wow. Oh, I'm the bad guy. What?
Okay, Christy, of the Big Four, how many members of the television show Bonanza wore toupees? Think about it for a second.
What the hell? I have no idea.
Wow. Think about it for a second. Think about it.
The Bonanza reunion.
And while you're thinking, I'll play something else no one wants to hear.
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, Lauren Green, toupee.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, Dan Blocker.
Toupee.
But didn't he eventually just let it go?
He might have.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Who's the hot one, the young one?
Michael Landon.
Michael Landon didn't have a toupee.
Of course not. No.
He had a great head.
And then he had that great TV show, Little Hair Salon on the Prairie.
Oh, yeah.
That quaff that he had, that was just
smelled
amazing.
like piss, but still, he was a...
It smelled like urine, of course.
He beat the bed.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Chicago Bears star receiver Allen Robinson in concussion protocol. Denver Broncos offensive line coach Mike Munchak in the virus protocol.
Munchak, baby, Munchak.
Munchak. Cowboys have released defensive tackle Duntari Poe.
You have any more lyrics? Or is it just Munchak the whole time?
Carla, that'd be a backbone for Godwin. Need 7 minutes on Munchak. Everybody, Munchak. Make a scat, we'll play the slide whistle.
Dean would come in with a harpsichord.
Oh, yeah. Carlos Dunlop has been traded from the Bengals to the Seahawks. You know what Dunlop disease is, don't you?
You get tired?
No, that's when your belly Dunlops over your belt.
The Dunlop tire people would be.
I thought that was a Dicky-Doo.
No, there's a Dicky-Doo, there's a Booby-Doo.
Okay, gotcha. A
Dicky-Doo, your belly sticks out more than your Dicky-Doo. And the booby do is the same thing on your boobies. You got more in your belly, dude.
Ace, are you writing these down?
Everybody got that? Look, this is better than Herman's Hermits. I'll do anything.
I agree. Oh, sorry.
You never heard
They're
Dickie
not
do?
sorry.
Dickie do.
No.
It's a white trash staple.
That's great. Yeah. I love that joke.
Jimmy Orr, this guy's a legend. A wide receiver of Steelers and the Colts, passed away at 85.
Oh.
There you go. Kind of sad news. He was in that.
Had a lot of fun there.
Super Bowl III.
Sure.
He was a very slim man. Did not have Dunlop disease. Oh, hey, famous. Well,
Hope it's over.
We're playing this.
Sorry, there's not much air in the room.
This Brazilian soccer player's testicle.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who is this?
Oh.
He suffered a severe testicle injury. Gustavo Henrique is a defender on the team in Rio. Why didn't you tell me it was in Rio, Tom?
Oh, what you got queued up for us, Chicky?
Well, it's going to take like 10 minutes. Play some more Herman's Hermits.
What's the name of the team?
In Brazil. The Corinthians? No, he was subbed out in the first half of a match over the Corinthians. Photos show a short stained with blood.
What the hell?
Gosh.
What's the name of his team?
I don't know. The Flamingos?
This is flamenco.
This is wrong spelling.
I don't even know if this is music. What is this?
It's flamenco.
What?
Are you just picking stories now so you can play stupid, obscure music?
It's getting insane.
What's this?
Herman's Hermits.
Can we take this computer away?
Yeah, no joke. Whoever gave him controls?
I know what you want to hear.
Yes.
This is the original.
The Supertramp? What is this?
What is this?
Good guess.
When my baby smiles at me, I go to Rio.
Oh. This is the great Peter Allen.
Yeah. No. Not at all. This is the better version.
No, this is Peter Allen. You want to hear Hugh Grant?
Whoa.
Not Hugh Grant.
Hugh
Jackman.
This guy's singing
Grant.
as opposed to Dolly Parton want to be over there.
I think Peter Allen wrote the song,
So
Elvis.
what? Who cares? Hugh Jackman sings it better.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I just.
According to a statement from the club, urologist Paulo Enrique.
Could we get to what's this guy? I missed this whole story. Oh, sorry. I've got mail.
Radio 101.
Why is the person
Why are we here?
The worst with technology? The guy that when he gets a new phone, I have to come to his house and show him how to find all of his old pictures.
I've always asked that.
Why is he the one?
I don't know.
He's simply.
For 35 years, we've asked that.
Honest to God, don't know anymore. I don't know what to do.
Simply
This is a
not good.
mess.
What is the name?
Who's listening to this?
I don't know.
What is the name?
Hope some
of this
dementia
gentleman
experts listening.
Gustavo Enrique.
And he got kicked in the crotch, or what happened there, pal?
Yeah, how do you lose a testicle?
I don't know.
Till he loses a testicle, you don't even put it in the story.
No, it's not even in the story.
Wait a minute. The cause of the injury is not in that story.
No.
You call
if you
yourself
let me
a
read the
journalist?
story.
Tom, I don't know if you've been hit with a pumpkin before.
Man.
He's not reading the story.
A famous Brazilian soccer player been told to rest, suffered a severe testicle injury.
Okay.
Gustavo Henrique, a defender on the team in Rio, known as Flamengo. He was subbed out in the first half of the match over the Corinthians. Still, no cause.
Right.
Photos show short stain with blood. No cause.
Wait, no, slow down.
Shut up. Newspaper reports that a player on the opposing team accidentally stepped on his testicle.
Oh, no.
Well, that was...
Whoa. Gas pedal.
Did he flamenco on his testicles?
Gee, Manetly
Seriously, what are you playing? That's not even music. What is that?
Flamenco music.
No,
that's
flamenco.
That's called Asturias by Isaac Albanese.
Well, sure, yeah.
Sure,
I love spaghetti Albanese.
That's not what you do the flamenco to, is it? That doesn't even sound. You can dance to it.
What it
sounds
is.
like he's tuning. What? What the hell?
It does.
Okay, are we on? All right.
The
wedding is in 5 minutes. You must prepare.
Bring the shotgun.
Give me another 5 minutes.
We need help with the speech. Bring the Corinthians.
Senor Garcia has been locked up.
My baby go to me, I go to you.
One day our music will be played in the background of Chewy's restaurant.
So this poor guy has a guy step on his testicles.
Dream, brother.
And they're bleeding.
Yeah, that's rough.
And they tell him to rest for a few days. I'm out the rest of the season if I've got bleeding testicles, I'm telling you. And the other team is called the Corinthians.
Yeah, that's biblical, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it, Corinthians 5:1, where the guy stops his nutsack?
I think it is 5:1, yeah.
Okay, I
5-1, 3:45, whatever.
Oh, my God.
And these are the first Corinthians, to be clear, because the backup team's the second Corinthians.
Of course. Oh, I got you. So this is the first.
Gets confusing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, yeah, you don't want to see this video.
No, I don't. You're right.
Oh, my gosh, they captured it, huh?
Oh, yeah. They did. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. So, just saying.
The soccer player was probably just flopping anyway, pretending to be injured, then the guy ran over him.
Yeah, you'd have to be on the ground to get stepped on. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Yikes. We have more exciting things coming
Yeah, I'll
up.
try to do some more sports coming back. I don't know. I'm not promising anything.
Godspeed, chick. You have an impossible job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have your protocol stuff?
What?
You talked about the injury protocols, right?
COVID, yeah. People are sick.
Hey, we'll be right back.
What are you doing now?
I'm doing a jazz show.
What is wrong with you today?
Because what sounds better than a little jazz in your headphones when you're listening to your Raycons? Of course, I'm talking about the new E25 earbuds made famous by Chick McGee,
Yes,
Mike Tyson. Who else loves the
My
Raycons?
Raycons are at home, or I'd slip them in now and listen to anything else.
Want to hear some jazz?
No, the newest model, the everyday E25 earbuds, they're best yet. 6 hours of playtime, more bass, more compact design, nice noise isolating fit, no stems or wires, no unsightly dangling wires. They're stylish and discreet, come in a bunch of colors, and seamless Bluetooth pairing. We all love them. Mike Tyson loves them. I love them. Snoop loves them. Give them a try. You can try them before you buy them. Raycon has a 45-day free return policy. Make sure they're the pair of wireless earbuds for you.
We really do get lots of letters about how much people love these Raycons. That's right. They are
Really
great.
do. And for a limited time, get 15% off your order if you go to buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom for a special 15% discount on Raycon wireless earbuds. That address again, buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Some great music from Mr.
The
Pat
hits
Cobb.
just keep on
Little
coming.
something. And by the way, No Milk Today, also #1 on YouTube. Just in case you were wondering, Hermits fans. Ace Cosby's joke of the day on the
I
way.
have never heard that song.
A little bit. It's terrible. A little bit of Donnie Baker coming up. That'll be great. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
On our way to Al Jackson, but before we get there, lots more fun and frivolity. Oh, sure, we'll cover sports and news and things going on in the world, but let's keep in mind Al Jackson is on the way on a Thursday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Marilyn Manson will take an acting role in the second season of the anthology series Creep Show on Shudder, the streaming service from AMC Networks. The 6-episode season will premiere sometime next year. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top says, above all, his longtime friend Billy Joe Shaver was a great storyteller. Shaver died after suffering a stroke in Texas yesterday. He was 81. He was part of the outlaw country movement of the 1970s and wrote songs for Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Rodriguez, John Anderson, and more. He also had a role in Duvall's film The Apostle. And Whitney Houston has become the first black artist to have 3 Diamond certified albums. The Recording Industry Association of America has certified her Whitney album as Diamond for sales of 10 million copies. Her self-titled debut and The Bodyguard soundtrack were previously awarded Diamond status. Garth Brooks has the most Diamond albums with 9. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
We have comedian Eric Hunter here with us.
Actually, I met a guy. You ever meet like a sweet old man and you kind of get to know him and talk to him and befriend him and then he suddenly passes away? It's just very sad, and that actually happened to me last month, and it was hard to take. He passed away right before he was supposed to do my taxes. I couldn't believe it.
That bastard!
I know. His son calls me up April 13th and tells me I should probably come pick up all of my receipts, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, did he at least start? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry about your dad and everything, but this really puts me in a bind.
I mean, can you think about somebody else for a second?
Very unprofessional.
Me.
Wow. I mean, was it sudden? I hope it wasn't painful or anything, but, did he say anything about a refund or leave any notes? I mean, how am I going to get my taxes done now?
That is sad. Oh, yeah, man.
Christy Lee is at the news desk. Comedian Tommy Johnigan hanging out with us. Once again, Tommy getting ready for his appearance in the David Letterman show.
Very cool.
So my dad is a truck driver. And it's amazing how similar my life is to his, except it's just at the end of the day, he had to move mattresses and I tell jokes. Like everything else is exactly the same.
I mean, you're out there driving around.
I drive so much. And as a kid, when I was like 12 years old, I'd been to all of the 48 connected states or whatever you call it. As a 12-year-old. That's the word I was looking for. But and everybody say, oh, that must be great. Well, I've driven past the exit to every place any 12-year-old would want to see.
Yep.
There's the Grand Canyon passing. Let's stop with this Flying J up here. But
oh boy, that's great.
My parents met at a truck stop.
No kidding.
Yep.
Dad trucker, mom working.
Nope, not even a good story like that. Not even a a story where it would have been kind of like it could have been a movie if she was like a waitress and he was a traveling salesman or something.
Yeah.
And then he swept. My mom. She's a good person now, but she was hitchhiking, and she hitchhiked to a truck stop where she met a truck driver, and I call him Dad now, and jumped in the rig with him, and they took off. That's a solid foundation for a marriage.
Yeah.
Surprising they got divorced. Not really. Surprising she wasn't murdered, actually.
7:21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
She's Christy Lee. She's got the forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today, 52. Variable cloudiness overnight down to 37. Partly cloudy and 50 tomorrow. 47 and rain right now.
If you're going to go vote, there's a bunch of websites you can find out how where you want to be and how long it's going to be, et cetera, et cetera. So you might need an umbrella. Maybe take some earbuds and listen to something cool like maybe Josh's podcast while you're waiting in line.
There
Yes.
you go.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Once again, we're at full strength today. The cast and crew relatively intact. And now by intact, I'm not referring to the procedure known as circumcision. Let's be clear about that.
My Lord.
Here we are, out in the weeds, everybody.
We'll start with the circumcised members of the cast. That would be, let's see, Mr. Godwin, the other Mr. Griswold, yours truly, Mr. McGee, and Josh. Nope. Oh, did I get it wrong?
I'm fully intact.
Oh, sorry.
Cut.
Josh Arnold.
Yeah, I am circumcised.
Are you really?
No, not circumcised Christy Lee.
Nope.
Fortunately. And getting weird.
Ace, what are you working with?
Hey, Josh, talk for a minute, if you would, about female
circumcision.
Circumcision.
Yeah. Horrific.
All right.
In some countries, you see. Ace, you got a hooded wang? What do you have?
That was
only a few people.
That was Donnie's band.
Hooded Wang?
Yeah, that was one of his first ones. I think that was before Mucus Plug. I can never remember. Donnie, by the way, Lexington, Kentucky. Look out, comedy off Broadway, November 5th.
Look out.
Through the 8th, among other things. A lot of stuff coming up with Donnie. And we have to get back to the sports page. Oh, sorry.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Donnie Blank.
Well, I guess we say his name enough.
Wow, that's amazing.
I still got stickers from Hooded Wang.
Do you?
I swear to God. Yeah, you know what I'm sad about this year?
What's that?
Do you guys know Halloween's on a Saturday this year?
Right. Why are you sad about
make
that?
it extra good.
I love that.
I swear to God, it's probably going to be record turnout. You guys getting all dressed up?
Of course. I'm going to take the girls out, do some trick-or-treating. I'm very excited.
Are you dressing up?
I'm thinking about going old school. I'm thinking about going as OJ's old buddy who squatted on his back 40, Cato Kalin.
Cato Kalin, sure. Yeah.
Well, for Cato, we both got the same hair. So all I really got to do is just maybe dress up like Joe Exotic minus a mustache. Yeah. You laugh, Christy, it's the same way they're going to think every hippie chick this year is Carol Baskin. I swear to God. You think that's bad, man? My mom, Phyllis, went to a costume party last weekend, got her feelings hurt.
Why?
She still crashed. She worked so hard on it. She wanted to pay tribute to that Supreme Court judge we just lost, Ruth Bader's. Well, she even ruined her box perm for it, got her hair straightened, slicked back real tight, had the robe, the dark frame glasses, and she won first prize. But my Aunt Betty was judging and thought it was Larry King with a ball-peen hammer. I swear to God.
Ball-peen hammer.
She couldn't afford a real gavel, Josh.
I understand.
Sorry, I'm not a prop comic like you are. They're not speaking again. That's going to make Thanksgiving real comfortable. Probably won't even go over. So much for watching Scarface on our big screen. The problem I'm having, you know what? For costumes this year, did Whippy wants to go to Spider-Man? Did he tell you that, Christy?
No, he didn't.
Cool. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one last night from Costume Store. One sells fireworks half the year.
Yeah, sure.
They already got the Christmas trees out.
Wow.
It used to be Chi-Chi's, right next to Buddy's carpet.
Yes.
Anyways, $40, Christy.
Uh-oh. I'll send you 20.
And your son starts pouting because he don't shoot webs. Thank God, the world we live in today, if it did, there'd probably be a 7-day waiting period on it, and he'd miss Halloween. Swear to God. I said, Whippy, for $40, you better say yes to the dress, or it's bath time, and you can go as Aquaman for all I care. I don't get him being so picky and pouting, because when I was a kid, you basically had a choice of 3 costumes. You could go as a ghost in your old stained bed sheet with 2 eye holes cut in it. And the worst was when you only had a fitted bottom sheet with sailboats on it. I swear to God, I'd tell people I was a ghost from the wreck of Edgar Fitzgerald. Just laugh it up. Now, you could go as a ghost. You could go as a hobo, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That's easy. Just rub your face with some Kingsford's charcoal, wear some beat-up flannel, muddy jeans, and walk around with a knapsack tied to a stick.
I did that.
I did that, too.
It was real popular back then, but try that now, and people think you're Pat Godwin going to a gig. I locked my keys in my car again. Sorry, Kim, I didn't notice your porch light was off. I didn't know if I'm on gas or electric. You could go as a ghost, you could go as a hobo, or a vampire. Those are your 3 options.
Yeah.
But you try putting pearly white face paint on your face now, you end up offending everybody. Your neighborhood Karen will say you're making fun of people who have to wear sunblock after dark. or maybe her nail lady is jaundiced due to low belly Rubens, or her ex-husband's half albino, like the dude from the movie Powder, remember? He was allergic to lightning. He'd just sit in the corner and shiver like Michael Stipe after doing Blowzine. Those were your choices, Did you know this year in Los Angeles they're canceling Halloween due to the virus?
That sucks.
And the one holiday you're supposed to wear a mask, and I swear to God, canceling Halloween. That's the most unchristian thing I've ever heard of. I gotta go.
Donnie, boy, oh boy.
He was upset about that.
Is Donnie on acid? What just happened? Wow. The wreck of the Edgar Fitzgerald. That's quite a song. I'm
Here
sorry.
we go. Yep, it's time.
Stupid world record.
The Institution of Civil Engineers. Well, thank you very much. No, thank you.
Oh, yeah, no, certainly.
I appreciate it.
I'll go right this way.
That is a nice bridge you built, sir.
Thank you very much.
The ICE in the UK, that's Institution Civil Engineers UK, has set the Guinness World Record for longest span of bridge made from Legos.
How long is it?
The recently...
Can cars go over?
These are two good questions.
Can
How long
cars
is it?
go
and
over
can
it?
cars go over it?
Lego
Really big?
cars, yes.
Big Lego.
Well, how big is the bridge?
8 feet tall. I don't know. I'm getting to that. I just started the story.
So you haven't proofread it?
Mr. and Mrs. Griswold. No. I'm bored enough. I need something to surprise me. The recently verified attempt was made on August 30. The recently verified attempt of the longest span of a bridge made from Legos was attempted on August 31st, 2019.
All right. But recently verified.
With nearly 205,000 bricks used to construct the bridge, measuring 55 feet and 6 inches in length.
Wow.
Building the record-breaking structure at the Iron Bridge Gorge Museum took 2 days.
This is so...
Oh, yeah, it's awful. I bet people there fell asleep. The bridge was on display at the museum until it closed earlier this year due to the pandemic.
The only problem with this bridge is you can't leap off it.
Yeah. Wow, that's really...
Took 2 days because the engineer's younger brother lost the instructions. If you've ever built one of those things.
Oh, look at this. It's from the Shropshire Star is where this story is coming from. There.
I don't know where Shropshire is.
Are you a Shropshire lad?
Well, remember, the Shropshire, famous for the Shropshire slasher.
A.E. Houseman joke that nobody got. Back to you,
I didn't get it. I apologize.
Was that a John Houseman paper chase joke?
No.
The Shropshire slasher.
A.E.
Can I finish the sentence?
Nope.
Apparently not.
And his middle name
Got
is
4
and
people
sometimes
jumping in.
why.
Go ahead.
Hey, sometimes why Houseman.
Guy owed him money. It was an IOU.
What the hell is going on here today?
This is the ADD show. Let's calm
Today?
down. Everybody calm down.
Everybody calm down.
He's talking to all the people in his head.
May I continue?
I hope.
Stupid world record.
You know you're the problem, right?
Yeah.
You get that. At least identify. The man in Colorado has set the Guinness World Record for... Now we've got something. Running the fastest mile while pushing a baby stroller. Yeah.
Baby in there?
Yeah, good question. It would be a pretty stupid record if the baby weren't in there, wouldn't it now?
I bet the baby's not in there.
I bet the baby's not in there.
Andrew Voss strapped his 15-month-old son.
Bet the baby's in there.
How do you all feel now?
I was wrong. I thought people would be up in arms
Yeah,
over
no
this.
joke. I would think it would be a, oh my gosh, it's
Can you touch that blue thing on your mic?
I'm not going to talk.
Yeah, I was wondering what this was about.
That's enough sass out of you, buddy.
Andrew Voss.
Next time it's 220.
Shut up!
He's
Andrew Voss strapped his 15-month-old son, Bodhi, B-O-D-H-I.
Bodhi.
I don't know. Really?
Who names their kid Bodhi?
Andrew
Hi, Bodhi.
Voss.
Bodhi. You know, like the surfer?
The skier.
I don't know anybody who would name their kid Body.
Go ahead, continue. Tell them how long it was, what the time was.
What if everybody named their kid Body?
I quit.
And anybody could be Body.
No, everybody'd be Body.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to go talk to my pandas. Hi, buddy. How you doing? I know. He does that all the time. And then he complains about it.
Yeah, I got to Google it.
He'll say, what's wrong with you?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Andrew Voss
You're driving him crazy.
strapped his 15-month-old son Bodhi into a stroller, and he ran around the track at Broomfield Heights Middle School. It's Broomfield.
Yeah, so what?
So?
Yeah. Broomfield. what do you think the name? I'm just guessing. What would the name of the team be? I mean, because you can see
Sweepers.
But it would have to be if they had a great season. Broomfield Sweeps. Middle school basketball.
Okay, that's an observation at best. It's not a chuckler.
It's not funny.
Yeah,
That's right.
Who was this year's mop?
At Broomfield.
Tom and I are having
Josh and I are doing our own show. Okay.
It's right by Boulder. I believe it's Monarch High School,
How
actually.
fast was the damn record?
Well, it was under 5 minutes. It was 4 minutes, 57.1 seconds with this little kid in the thing. By the way, he said he chose his son Bodhi for the attempt.
Yes.
Because he's 9 pounds lighter than his older brother, Luca.
Oh,
he's got a brother. His name is Luca.
My name is Luca.
where's he live?
On the second floor.
I'm looking up Broomfield High School.
Although
I
bet I broke this record once, though.
Really?
Yeah, I can remember we were at Cedar Point, which is like the greatest amusement park in the world. And I was there being solo dad. And I forget how many people we had, but one one of my kids had an absolute explosion in their diaper.
Oh, man, yeah.
And I had to go to the parking lot. I remember just sprinting through with the kid in the stroller. So we should have had a roll cage. I was going so fast. But good for him. That's a cool record, and it's a fun record. So I'm sorry. Back to you, Chick.
No, that's it. That's sports.
Say what you've done to him.
The Broomfield Eagles, Broomfield High School Eagles.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Peter B. Dragon.
Yeah, seems about right.
Yeah. Peter B. Dragon. Okay.
Oh, all right.
And this is some other news. Well, Halloween is almost here, kids, and this reporter has been busy investigating how other countries observe the day. Oh. For instance, did you know that at Romanian costume parties, everyone dresses up as Dracula?
No.
Well, except for Dracula himself.
Oh.
He inexplicably likes to dress up as Tinkerbell.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I learned at French costume parties, the sexy French maids who serve guests dress up as even sexier French maids.
Oh, boy, no easy feat.
Yeah, this explains why bobbing for cleavage is so popular there.
Nice. Those are nice, honey.
But as we know, Halloween is primarily for kids. Here are some of the issues kids in other countries encounter as they trick-or-treat. Yes. In North Korea, for example, trick-or-treaters never bother stopping by Kim Jong-un's house. Kids can take one look at him and realize he's eaten all the candy.
Big man, yeah.
Large fellow. Big, large fellow.
Gordo.
In Ireland, trick-or-treaters really get mad when they learn a house is only handing out the fun-size bottles of Jameson.
Pat, is that your experience?
Yeah, indeed.
In Switzerland, kids are always hoping for a change that someone will hand out cheap American chocolate instead of that delicious, indulgent Swiss chocolate.
Yeah.
And finally, Russian children have to separate their candy into 3 piles when they return home: safe, suspicious, and poisoned by Putin.
Well, yeah, you gotta be.
Yeah, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Peter B. Dragon, and this has been Some Other News.
I hope Mr. Dragon is going to be okay there.
Yeah, I do too. It sounds like he has a problem.
B. Dragon?
You know, I was thinking he could go with a different, but he couldn't go with Pete Dragon. That's too close to the movie.
Yeah,
Pete Dragon.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're going to ask, so I'm going to. That's sports.
That is sport. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, Dick Hitzwater and Peter B. Dragon, same joke.
Oh, yeah. I like this. Everyone's yelling. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy! Do something!
With more people cooking at home, Tupperware is making a comeback. Thanks
can we
to
save
the
the story? Because I'll just give us the promo on that it's coming up. The Tupperware story. I'm very excited about this.
Yes.
For a number of reasons.
You like burping Tupperware? It's fun.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I'm a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan.
That'll stay fresh for days.
And it's
Can you burp on command, Tom?
No.
Ooh,
You're that guy?
Yeah.
Can you
can't burp the alphabet.
Can you do the alphabet backwards?
I can just burp on command.
Yeah, we had that guy that could do the alphabet.
That was 3 in a row.
Yeah, I can do it anytime I want.
Handy. Wow. Did it ever come in handy in your romantic life?
Oh, I got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, stuff like that.
Charming.
That's a loud one.
It goes like, it's like this. I got mine. Get out.
Hilarious.
I got mine. Get out of here. Get out.
I'm finished.
I got some BBC to watch, baby.
That's right. Darn right.
Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. We'll check in with Al Jackson. I've got some stuff for Al. I'm very excited about. I bought a book about hipster slang through the ages.
Somebody hide it.
Somebody hide it.
I thought we got rid of that last week when he brought it up.
Hey, Christy, you're really flippy. You know what that means?
I'm good at gymnastics.
Sweet baby.
No, it means you're the most.
All right, now define the most. You can't.
Hey, he's defining things with the other things we don't know the meaning of.
Elvis said it in Jailhouse Rock. Hey, baby, you're flippy. Doesn't that sound like you're addressing a dolphin?
I think Elvis said in Jailhouse Rock is all right, now it's your turn to flippy. Sal.
Coming up, a little bit of Al Jackson, a little bit of Ace Cosby, and good news. We have two really happy news stories.
There's good news.
One of them involves Tupperware. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, that's what I'd be doing with my time, and obviously that's what you're doing with your time. Well planned. Way to go, Ace. That's what I say. Wait a second, you're not Ace, but Ace is back from vacation, and he'll be here with the work farce coming up right after the Bob and Tom show. We keep the fun and frivolity going all day long. Have your coworkers guess what's keeping you so happy. I know what it is. It's Ace Cosby hosting Bob and Tom's Work Farce coming up right after the Bob and Tom show, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Justin Turner violated coronavirus protocols when he celebrated winning the World Series on the field with his Dodgers teammates. That's from Major League Baseball. They also say Turner refused instructions from security to leave the field, behavior that risks the safety of others. The commissioner's office says it's starting a full investigation. Turner had been pulled after the 7th, then returned to celebrate. He posed without a mask for a team photo on Globe Life Field in Arlington. And the Dodgers' big win in the World Series did not bring a ratings win to Fox. The series with the Tampa Bay Rays posted an average TV rating 32% below the previous World Series low. Nielsen reports the 6 games averaged 9.7 million viewers. Previous average low was 12.6 million. The Giants swept the Tigers in 2012. College football, the pandemic hit the Big Ten football just 2 weeks into their season yesterday. Number 9, Wisconsin canceled their game at Nebraska and paused team activities for at least a week. A dozen people in the program, including Coach Paul Chryst, tested positive for COVID-19. Athletic Director Barry Alvarez and Chancellor Rebecca Blank made the decision in consultation with Big Ten officials. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I've never cared for muskrat love. You guys like it? It's okay if you do.
I don't have any opinion one way or another.
There's a joke coming. I can smell it.
I like it.
Wait a minute.
No, what you smell is not a joke.
Go, give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Oh, I honestly had nothing. I was just asking your opinion.
So this is just all set up then.
Oh,
When we come back.
God.
Yeah, when you come back, pal.
I love the pal. That was a cherry on top. Suck it, pal.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry.
The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
You know, the calls on the phone. The guy's selling you something or trying to get donation.
Right.
He actually used this word. Is this the man of the house? Is this 1952? Yes, it is the man of the house. I'm lounging on the divan with a highball. Why do you insist on calling during Edward R. Murrow? Serious.
Come on.
So I'm working on it. My wife said you learn a lot about yourself if you keep a diary. And that is so true. I've learned my life is brimming over with really boring activities. And now one more, writing in my diary. Thanks, honey.
Yeah. It's still hard for me to get my dad a gift. Is it hard for you?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Dads are hard to buy for.
And, you know, I try, I guess, harder for him to try and get him a gift he wants. You know, so I pay attention. My parents are bikers. They have a motorcycle. They belong to a club. You've seen people like my parents having to get the big motorcycle.
Oh, we have those like...
Okay. All right. 7:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Multiple chances coming up.
Win that money.
Let's see now. I want to remind you, MyNDTV 23. This evening, it's a show called Bob and Tom Tonight, 11:30. MyNDTV 23. Check it out. Also, I will remind you that, as I said earlier, cash coming up, the possibilities there. Be listening throughout the day. Christy Lee has a very quick update on the forecast.
Yes, rain today. Look for a high of 52. Right now we have rain and 47 degrees.
Thank you very much. Let's get back to the action. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Al Jackson will also be our special guest. Right now in the big room, we have a chick, Josh. I'm Tom. That's Willie. There's Patty G. Josh, by the way, sitting at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk.
That's right.
Christy Lee is in that chair known as the Navy Federal Credit Union News chair that goes right up to their desk. How convenient is that?
All the way.
Am I too old to go goth?
Now, I was in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom urinating, and I thought, you know, this break, I'm going to start all over. We're going to come in. Like, is it going to be a good attitude?
Okay,
and
good.
You start running your trap.
Chick, you got this. You're the same dude.
Take a little break from that because we've got a couple things I want to mention, including some podcasts, bits and pieces with Jason and Jessica and Willie taking and doing an autopsy.
Triple J's.
An autopsy on various features from this show over the years. They have a lot of fun with that. Yes. Also, another podcast. It's Josh's podcast, and it's called, once again,
That Josh Arnold podcast.
Josh Arnold. And your guest this week is
you, the listener. Join me, won't you? Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have guests. It's just Josh Arnold.
Well, so I guess my invitation was just fake.
That's right, but still show up at that warehouse.
Yeah. You know why he doesn't have guests? Because he wants to have a chance to talk. And if you were a guest on his show, it would be that Tom Griswold.
So you'd like the floor? And I insist. Oh, please, expositate.
Is that your word for the week there, Josh?
Expositate.
It may be. Yes, I'll start anew.
Now, you do have the word of the week.
Oh,
yeah.
And 2 weeks ago, what was it? Labia friendly?
Aren't we all?
Labia friendly.
I forgot. What was it?
Labiomancy.
Do it again.
Labiomancy.
Labiomancy, which is
lip reading. The art of being able to read lips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Is that Latin or what is that?
Yeah, labia is certainly Latin for lip. Yeah. We all know that.
Right.
Yeah. And Mancy is Latin for
Greek.
Reading.
Able to.
Reading.
Oh, that's right.
I'm sorry. Speaking of other sort of side things happening, we have a great animated version of the Haywood Bank song Pumpkinhead available on all the Bob and Tom social media platforms. It's really cool. It's like an old horror movie. It's got black and white stuff. Check it out if you get a chance. You want to hear a little Pumpkinhead? Sure you do.
that pumpkin face. The family fun activity we all embrace. When the leaves are leaving and the moon's blood red, I got to stab me some Pumpkinhead. The blade's as sharp as it can be to perform a Pumpkinheadectomy. Pull the lid and the seeds, they cake it. I don't think the patient's gonna make it. Cut that pumpkin face. The family fun activity we all embrace. When the leaves are leaving and the moon's blood red, got to stab me some Pumpkinhead. Cleaning a pumpkin ain't no fun. It's one of those things that must be done. Like checking a bull for prostate knots. You just roll up your sleeve and take off your watch. You had cut that pumpkin face. The family fun activity we all embrace. When the leaves are leaving and the moon's blood red, I got to stab me some Pumpkinhead. Ooh, puncture you a nostril, ooh. Pierce me an eyeball, ooh. Slash you an ear hole. Stab me a pie hole. Well, cut that smile any way you want to. The teeth are plea for orthodonture. The mouth cut last after the pumpkin's clean. That way you don't hear the pumpkin scream. Oh, cut that pumpkin face. The family fun activity we all embrace. When the leaves are leaving and the moon's blood red, I got to stab me some Pumpkinhead. Got to stab me some Pumpkinhead.
The genius of Haywood Banks in the classic Pumpkinhead. Now a video, any of the Bob and Tom social media platforms. It's really cool, done by David Adams, a nice animated version of that. Very scary. Parts of it are in black and white, like all scary movies. Or many, I should say. Christy Lee, she's not scary. She's
I am. I'm all in black and going to go goth. I've decided.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
I love this. Emo Christy.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 Christy.
I think I'm a little old for it, but you know what? Why not?
You know, I like what Donnie said was that the older women dressing as hippie chicks, they're going to be mistaken for Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Carol Baskin.
We got Christy at the...
it is National Cat Day, all you kitten... What did she say? Cats and kittens?
Cool cats and kittens.
Cool cats and kittens. Ugh.
Sick. You can imagine the odor.
Oh, yeah, you sure can. Yeah.
I don't want to think about it.
What's that word again?
Kitty litter odor? Is that what you're talking about?
Okay.
I was going nice.
Okay, the cats almost cats. Never mind.
Hey, with more people cooking at home, Tupperware making a huge comeback thanks to the coronavirus. After experiencing negative sales growth in the last several years, the company now says profits during the most recent quarter quadrupled to $34.4 million. CEO Miguel Fernandez noted increased consumer demand is due to the pandemic.
You will enjoy our Tupperware. Call me Mike.
Miguel.
Yes.
Hey, Mikey.
Everybody's cooking at home and they have to store their leftovers.
My Aunt Flo would never...
She's in town.
Yeah, she came to town about once a month.
She painted your house, did she?
Must we go down Volga Road?
Town red with her.
Her and your mom used to
Josh,
fight a
I
lot.
have a feeling that this may have happened to you. She would, rather than buy Tupperware, she would just take margarine tubs.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And except she would have 3 dozen margarine tubs in a refrigerator.
There you go.
Yep, my mother does this to this day.
Probably
Cool Whip containers.
And but so you'd never know what on earth was in them because they weren't clear.
Remember Tupperware parties?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, you can't do the Tupperware party now, I'm guessing.
Right.
You have to go online.
But you can, they have it at stores and stuff. I'm a big fan of Tupperware.
I am too. I've always liked it.
I have Tupperware that's probably, I'm showing my age, but I don't care, 30 years old.
Now, do you have, I have a collection of random lids. I could
I got
get
rid
up
of that
40, 50
recently.
lids and see if I can match them up.
They have really good lid organizers out there, Tom. Maybe I'll get you one for Christmas.
Are you kidding?
there you
No, not at all. They're perfect.
That might be the only Christmas present that he would ever actually use is a lid organizer.
Okay, yeah.
They make those?
Yes.
How does it work?
You just it's sort of divided, with slots, and you, sorry, Christy, and you would just put the, no offense.
Mine's not divided. It's
No harm
okay.
done.
Not like a Big Mac that's been in the freezer for a year. What the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
Yeah, you ever run into one of those? Gee, Christmas. You know what I do? Get out.
Whatever this is, it'll help.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Yeah, hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, hello. Who is this?
Hey, this is Stan. I'm a lid organizer.
Oh, hey, Dan.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just saying, I'm a big fan of Tupperware, but in between all the glassware and the Tupperware and the old margarine
You don't keep your bowls and your lids together?
Absolutely. No, it's a nightmare because all the different sizes. There's different radius, different diameter, different depth, different materials.
Now, so do you come over to would you come over to my house and organize them for me?
Absolutely. That's a house call visit. There's an upcharge for that. But
what are we talking about here?
We also work, we work out of our own offices where if you'd like to bring over all of your Tupperware, dishes, dishware, any kind of products like that, we can organize and separate all the lids for you.
Oh, wow. Can I ask you a question? I've struggled with this. I've had people give me Tupperware. They give me some food if I eat at their house.
Oh, I know.
And then they get really annoying about me giving it back to them. Do you have some sort of policy for that?
Well, we definitely try to abide by the finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
So if you give someone something in a Tupperware tub, they get to keep it?
Well, it's a matter of if they keep it, then the law does state that they are allowed to keep it. However, as a point of etiquette and kindness and friendship and fellowship, it is understood that if I return that piece of Tupperware or plasticware to you, that is a gesture of goodwill.
Now, are you supposed to clean it or wash it or just wipe it out?
Of course you wash it.
How do you know? Could we talk to Stan?
Dan.
A lot of times.
Whatever. Look, Dan.
A lot of times we recommend that you return it absolutely as it is finished up. In other words, leave the leftovers in there, or do not rinse, do not clean, because a lot of people are really particular about their Tupperware products and how they are laundered. So you don't want to, offend them by using some sort of detergent that they're not familiar with.
Indeed. Yeah.
So your title is lid organizer.
I'm a lid organizer, and I don't know who said it earlier, but you're absolutely correct. I do make a great Christmas gift.
Okay. That's not really what I had in mind. But so what would you charge for coming over and separating somebody's lids and organizing?
Well, it's quite reasonable because it really depends on how much work there is. But typically, I average between $23,000 and $57,000.
Oh my God!
Wow, Dan, listen. That's far too expensive.
Well, apparently you don't want your lids organized, do you? If you just want to live all willy-nilly and crazy
you must
like
have,
that.
You must have really good health care.
We don't get dental.
Okay.
I don't have that either. Thank you, Dan.
I just want to say really quick. I read your new book and I really enjoyed it. You ask Tupperware, I say Tupper why. I really enjoyed it.
That is a fine book. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
It's available on Amazon.
Good.
Very
Man, would you look at the time?
Okay. Coming up, we have more of our Tupperware tribute. We'll also talk with comedian Al Jackson. Also, people are chomping at the bit. It's the Ace Cosby joke of the day on the way. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter at Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Hey, do you have the Bob and Tom app loaded onto your social media device, your telephone? Well, you know what? It's free. It's pretty cool, too. You can get the Bob and Tom app available on the iTunes and Google Play Store. You can listen to your local station. Tune in to the Bob and Tom 24/7. That's us. Listen to Bob and Tom's free podcast. Even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. I think I meant to say free podcasts. But they're free. You can listen to them through the app. Check it out today. You were listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Zeta has weakened into a tropical storm over central Alabama. The National Hurricane Center says strong winds are continuing across portions of the state and the Florida Panhandle. The storm was about 25 miles southeast of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour. Zeta is moving quickly toward the northeast near 31 miles per hour. Additional weakening is expected throughout the day. Federal agencies say cyber criminals are unleashing a major ransomware assault against the U.S. healthcare system. At least 5 U.S. hospitals have been hobbled this week and could potentially impact hundreds more. In a joint alert, the FBI and 2 federal agencies say they have credible information of an imminent cybercrime threat to U.S. hospitals and healthcare providers. Malicious groups are targeting the sector with ransomware that could lead to data theft and disruption of healthcare services. No indication they're motivated by anything other than profit. And there are a lot of companies that have seen major gains because of the coronavirus pandemic, like Zoom, Netflix. We've heard a lot about that, online-based services. But what about this company, Tupperware? They've seen a burst of growth in recent months as we ditch eating out and do more home cooking. Those homemade leftovers have to stay somewhere, right? So because of that, Tupperware stock has soared. The company reports its profits from the most recent quarter have quadrupled. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Let's want to wait for the vocal to see if we can determine his race.
Boy, that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, well, that'd be a great game show.
No, it would.
Yeah, you talk about the voice.
Let me stand in really quick. No, that would not be a good game show. We don't need Blake Shelton to go, I think you're Puerto Rican. That doesn't need to happen. You do not need that damn. That's a bad idea.
And then we have, what color is he? Has been canceled.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schmitz, but for me,
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Comedian John Caponera. Bob grew up in Los Angeles.
Vin Scully was my man.
Is that something that you did?
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep.
Chipper Jones takes one on the outside. 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
Actually, I'm doing a CNN interview with 10, or else I'd go with him. Doing Larry King. First time. I'm very excited. Yeah, I just want him to go, Saskatchewan, hello! Can you turn down the electric blanket? Turn off the fan above the oven. I go, you know what we're going to do, Larry? We're going to try to get your shoulders a little higher. Could you do that? Why are my suspenders so tight? Because they don't go around your Larry. That's why they go, see, if you...
8:03 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
A very quick forecast, Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today, 52. Partly cloudy, 50 tomorrow, 46 and rain now.
Well done. Tonight, Mighty TV 23, 11:30. It's this. Oh, yeah. Everybody shuffle. A little bit of Duke Tomato.
Whoa, Josh.
Thank you.
Is that a new dance move you added to the Rolodex?
It is,
there?
yeah. It starts off relaxed, and then all of a sudden it goes. Yeah.
So wait a minute. So the body
It's like
stays
you
straight.
skip a little bit or something.
Body stays straight, but the head moves side to side, and then the arms go opposite as they stick straight out.
See that?
Oh, that's tricky.
Double time.
Yeah.
That's very tricky. That's
Hurts.
Hurts a lot. I'm in pain.
That's the next Macarena for the infirm. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. As you can see, Ace Cosby is back, our engineer. It's good to see you, Ace. Coming up, the Ace Cosby joke of the day. I expect a stellar performance. Speaking of stellar, in the room we have Stellar. It's Chick McGee. And there's Josh. I'm Tom. There's Willie.
Was that a streetcar named Desire?
Yes, that's exactly what that
We're doing
was.
them all today, baby.
Today we
do a
got
one-man show. We
got the most
switch roles.
obscure show ever. We got Marlon Brando. We got A.E. Hausman. It is really obscure. Pat Godwin is in the next room. And I got a nice letter, Pat.
Oh.
About
My mom wrote it.
No, this is from Patty. She is in East.
I wrote it.
No,
Pat wrote it.
Sorry.
Yeah, what else does Patty have to say?
A lady with two T's.
I'm from Canada.
Patty,
You mean a lady with an eye?
Patty has
not
two T's.
T's.
Got nice two T's.
No.
P-A-T-T-Y?
No, it's P-A-T-T-I. Here. What am I doing?
Read it.
The problem is
Patty and Patty, all three have two T's.
she said she likes the new hair thing. It looks much better than when you dyed your hair dark.
Oh.
She's a big fan, formerly a Californian, now living in eastern Idaho, loves the show. Thank you very much.
Hey, Pat,
nice.
you want to copy that email?
I have 3 copies already.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and she wrote because when we made you get the pencil-thin mustache.
Still not paid for it.
And you look...
Christy, have you not paid him yet?
No, I got to pay my mower kid before I pay him.
Okay.
That's all I have.
What are you dodging, your lawnmower guy?
My mower kid.
Your paycheck not go through this week? What the hell?
I have been carrying that cash around for 2 weeks.
I really need my insulin.
Here's Lee. Can I have my money for mowing your lawn?
He's 10.
I missed my mom's birthday. And,
well, I think tomorrow's payday, so maybe you can pay everybody.
I actually have it.
Payday to payday.
I'd read your letter, but we're out of time. No, when you had the pencil-thin mustache, you had to keep it for a day.
2 days, yeah.
2 days, and then you ended up having to do a teacher conference and
Yeah, at 4 o'clock.
teacher conference on the computer and the very few. She had a very similar thing happen when she before it became popular as a joke. She had her hair dyed pink for something, and then had to do a rather important event. But now that's okay.
Right.
Now, if you got crazy.
Doesn't matter.
Crazy Halloween hair. Anytime people get it, it's okay. It's okay. But now back to our Tupperware discussion.
Yes. I was. There are a lot of great Tupperware products. Still for
Crazy
sale.
Halloween hair.
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know, people that hear blue and nobody thinks twice about it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I first started, I was, what are you, the Joker? What the hell's going on?
It's none of your business with their hair.
No, it's
Wait
fine.
a minute, you're almost wistful that the people don't call these weirdos out. Is that what you're? Is
You
that
ever
what
see
you're?
someone walking just total freakazoid and you go, wow, I guess, yeah, they're doing that now.
I guess it's okay now.
Pink hair, look at you.
Way to go,
I
freak.
tend to reserve that for Halloween, but whatever you're into, it's okay with me. In any event, we had this really cool story about
Tupperware's up.
Tupperware,
Yeah.
and I guess their what is it? Quarterly earnings are way up.
Yeah, quadrupled.
Because people are cooking more at home and they're keeping their food. And now Mr. Godwin apparently has a song about this.
I have an original song for this, yeah.
Okay.
Totally original.
Stuff that Tupperware.
Oh, yeah.
Before you eat the meat, you better say a prayer. It's been in the fridge since the last state fair and smells like soggy underwear. Is that rice or refried beans? Should month-old meatloaf be that green? I open the fridge and I just stare. I should have labeled my Tupperware. Totally original.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's where the phrase freezer tape comes from.
Oh, sure.
Remember that? You'd actually
Yes.
mark and put a date on stuff. Peas, August 2020.
I think they have a little place where you can write on them now.
Yeah, Ziploc bags do.
Ziploc bag has a little white, and you.
Yeah.
Those
wipe it
Ziploc
off.
bags would be different than Tupperware.
Well, they
Wouldn't
still.
they?
You
Yes,
could
they
still.
would.
I mean, that's like
Use them
saying
for
well,
leftovers.
you can also put food in your car.
It's almost something.
No,
It
it's not
reminds
the
me of
same at
something
all.
you'd say. Hey, by the way, I tweeted earlier at Chick McGee 1. I said, this is the tweet. Today's show is a mess. I can't promise it's going to get any better. I apologize. And then Brian tweeted me, worse than yesterday's show?
He's got a good point.
Oh, really, Brian? Well, yesterday I was going, man, we're great.
Yes, you are.
What the hell, Brian?
Block.
Gosh, Brian is a very mean and smart person.
I love that Tupperware. The salmon smells like derriere. And we're going to...
How come you didn't sing that part?
I left that line alone.
Is that the first draft there, Pat?
He ran that by me. I said, no.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh, really?
Wait a minute. Is that your way of getting the lyric on?
Of course.
Even though he says yes?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Well.
We want to talk concept, which is almost like an idea, but
sometimes.
I'm sorry, where were we? Christy Lee is once again at the Bob and Tom news desk. We call it the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
Yes, because the people at Navy Federal are awesome. Would you like to do some news now?
Nah, I just want to say hi.
Okay, hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Jerry, I will say this, that back in the day with my aunt, because she wouldn't spring for the money for the Tupperware. Was your mom like this?
My mom does it to this day.
Rather than buy Tupperware, they'd use the butter tin.
It's the Depression era kids. They grew up like that.
Yeah, we had plenty of that stuff going on. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but because it was sort of like a. Have you noticed this even today? My freezer is kind of like a time capsule because it's one of those freezers where it's just a drawer.
Right.
And once anything gets sort of to the second tier, it's over. You're never going to see it again.
Yeah.
You know, you go down there, oh, look, this corn looks like, oh, wow, that's the lady in the commercials from the 50s.
Little freezer burn.
This time capsule of food, yeah, I'm not a fan.
I wish you had mentioned that Christy ordered Tupperware, and I'm online looking at Tupperware. Why did you do this?
Okay, well,
$400 later. Yeah.
400.
That glassware is also very nice. What's that stuff called? Pyrex, love that stuff.
Yeah, I do too.
Pyrex sounds like a hillbilly name. Let's call her Pyrex.
Like you call you're saying they're naming a child Pyrex?
That's right, call him Pyrex. Yo, Pie!
It sounds
Pie, get in here.
Pyrex sounds like a dental disease or something.
No, Christy, his mama loves pie. We were watching Jurassic Park when he was conceived, and now we got Pyrex.
There you go. Spelled B-I-E-T-E-X.
He takes his diapers off and puts them in the microwave.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Oh, boy.
What is wrong with us today?
Anyway, back to reading.
All right, I'll read.
Archie is on his way.
Don't give it away.
Christy.
A couple of great Halloween stories today. We'll start with, speaking of Pumpkinheads, animal control officers in New Jersey rescued a deer that had a plastic pumpkin stuck on its head.
Idiots.
Festive. Authorities had received several calls about the deer running around with the plastic jack-o'-lantern on its head. 2 officers were able to find and capture the animal and safely free it from the pumpkin.
I assume it was a doe?
Yeah, I would assume, because the antlers would not allow it to
that'd be weird. It would be Jack on the Bucks.
Jack in the Bucks.
I thought you were going to go a doe, a deer, a female deer. I thought you were going to do that.
The deer was not injured and was rescued.
Somebody thinned the herd. Now they've got on there. Can you imagine the wall? The head of a deer with this big pumpkin on it.
I'm tired of us using our taxpayer money to save these dumb animals.
What's wrong with you?
That deer's dumb enough to get its head stuck in a pumpkin. You're now pumpkin
right,
face.
yeah.
Bang.
Well, I think
Here, I'll save him. Give me the knife.
It might affect the deer's vision, and then when it runs into your car or truck.
Well, that's why you kill it. When it gets stuck in a pumpkin.
No.
Yeah. Or you can keep it around for the deer ticks and you'll have Lyme disease and slowly your life will ebb away if you want to do that.
You know what? You're right. We blame the ticks.
Thank
you. But really, it's the deer.
Yes.
They're the ones who attract the ticks.
What is wrong with you two?
Well, Christy, your life's going to ebb away. I mean, you heard him.
Yeah, whatever. It's ebbing away as I sit here.
This is really sad.
Why is it sad?
Why?
Because this deer has got this thing completely covering its head.
Aww.
Yeah, they got it off. It's very nice. It's a sweet story.
Yeah, it is a sweet story.
This deer can now run around, and maybe it'll be the one that our handyman hit. Did you see that, Dr. Greg, lately?
No.
Yeah, hit it with his truck, knocked out both front lights. It's a beautiful thing.
Yikes.
Yeah.
How's the deer?
He got up and walked away.
How about that?
Really?
Yeah.
They've become indestructible.
I am stronger now.
He said he had to drive home in the dark with no lights, and all these people are, waving at him, honking, screaming. What are you supposed to do?
That guy was on the interstate this morning.
Oh, the guy
70 miles an hour.
No lights?
Flashing. His flashers were on, and he had one headlight. I'm like, dude.
One headlight.
Well, at least you got
thinking?
one. Okay, I'm sorry.
Something better than in the middle. And
coming up, we're going to talk with our good friend Al Jackson. And I've got a surprise for Al. I'm very excited.
Oh, boy. He's going to
Al is a kind of an expert on contemporary slang.
Yeah, he's going to love
trying
your
to hippen me up. In order
turning
to
the
do
tables on him?
Yeah, I have a book of slang from the greater part of the 20th century.
Hey, nothing cooler than Kerouac, Daddy.
So what would I say if I said, man, that ace is on the beam?
Oh, man, you'd
he's a gymnast?
He's a well-balanced man.
Drinking bourbon. Gymnastics things.
It means he's a wise man.
Yeah.
On the beam?
Well, on the beam. Hey, Christy, you are an opera star.
Sure are.
Wait, I read that wrong.
Oh, God.
Sorry, we'll try it without glasses. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
Got my big coffee right here in my big Bob and Tom cup, the way I like it. A little cream, a little sugar. Oh, yeah, that's the way I roll. And you know who makes the coffee around here? I do. So that's why I know it's always hot and fresh and ready to go. And I have some in my cup right now. And while you listen to this, I'm going to have some of my coffee.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Marilyn Manson will take an acting role in the second season of the anthology series Creep Show on Shudder, the streaming service from AMC Networks. The 6-episode season will premiere sometime next year. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top says, above all, his longtime friend Billy Joe Shaver was a great storyteller. Shaver died after suffering a stroke in Texas yesterday. He was 81. He was part of the outlaw country movement of the 1970s and wrote songs for Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Rodriguez, John Anderson, and more. He also had a role in Duvall's film The Apostle. And Whitney Houston has become the first black artist to have 3 Diamond-certified albums. The Recording Industry Association of America has certified her Whitney album as Diamond for sales of 10 million copies. Her self-titled debut and the Bodyguard soundtrack were previously awarded Diamond status. Garth Brooks has the most Diamond albums with 9. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Kostaki Economopoulos is our guest.
A Maryland burglar broke into a house, robbed a couple at gunpoint, and then forced them to play their piano so he could sing along. He was arrested for armed robbery, wanton endangerment, and aggravated karaoke. Jennifer Love Hewitt says she actually enjoys looking at her breasts on the internet. Well, then I should call her. Apparently, we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Apparently. The National Museum of the Native American Indian is open in Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, they now have to move it to Oklahoma to make room for the Christopher Columbus Museum.
But I can't stand the endorsements that come after that because everybody's going to have their own shoe and selling shoes and telling these kids to buy shoes because honestly, I don't care what kind of shoe an athlete
wears, and neither should you. My question is, what kind of shoe does a black surgeon or lawyer wear? What is Johnny Cochran wearing? That should be the commercial. When you can get a brother off a double homicide the whole world knows he's guilty of, that's a bad shoe.
Now, Dwight Slade is our guest. Now, Dwight is a very healthy guy, but you were saying that you had a colonic?
I had a colonic. It's a water skiing accident that you do on purpose.
This is where they fill your lower cavity with...
Why don't you walk me through this?
With water.
Is there an audio component to this as the revealing is taking place?
Like nothing I've ever heard.
Yeah, they play this.
There it goes now.
Comedian Greg Fitzsimmons has joined us in the studio. You're a New Yorker.
Yeah.
How's that going?
New York's good. Not bad. It's a strange place because no matter where you work or what you do, you come in contact with freaks. You know, I worked at a gas station for a couple of years, and the guy I worked with, strange man, former porno movie star from the 70s.
Really?
Yeah, he'd get confused every time he'd fill the tank. Halfway through, he'd pull it out and spray it all over the car. And, we lost a lot of good petrol.
Where are you from?
Patterson, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh, sure. That's famous.
Yeah, you know, small, thugged out town. You know, it's tiny. So small, we used to get robbed by people we knew.
That's small.
People like, stick 'em up. I'm like, Andre? I'm going to tell your mother, man. By the way, how is Aunt Carol? I'll come over for dinner.
Can I just say that I really love doing this program?
Oh, thank you.
8:20 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
It certainly is, and thank you very much. And Christy has the forecast.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Rain today, 52. Variable cloudiness overnight, low 37. Partly cloudy and 50 tomorrow. We have a beautiful looking Halloween. Sunshine and 58. Right now, 46 and rain.
And a great Halloween night. Should be a blast.
I just said.
You said sunshine. That would be during the day, Christy. If it's sunny at night,
Lord.
it probably means nuclear winter.
You're not
I'll tell you about it later. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Coming up, of course, we have the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Ace is back after taking a 3-day break, and we haven't really heard about what Ace did in his break.
I know, we haven't.
It's been great.
Something about being...
Well, you got an hour?
Okay, fine. Let's see. There's Chick, there's Josh, I'm Tom. That's Willie G. Patty G with the guitar. Christy Lee is right over there, and we are joined by Al Jackson.
Oh, wearing the shades.
Oh, he's got his Reggie Jackson aviator yellows on.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you look just like Reggie. Well, I guess October now.
Has anyone ever told you look like Reggie Jackson? You do?
Yeah, you do. Right.
With those glasses, he used to wear those aviator. Probably still does.
Wow.
I'm a big fan of Reggie. That's the man. Number 44.
Yes, sir.
And he's a car guy, you know.
Is he? Like Christy?
He has some serious...
Christy's a car gal.
I am.
Some very serious vehicles.
And when I'm playing craps, I'm always going, never mind.
Didn't some think that he was the son of Sam because of 44, and there was the 44 caliber killer? Wasn't there a weird theory going on that there were conspiracy theorists?
Sorry, it's been a weird show today, Al. It just got more.
The thing is, that doesn't sound that crazy, and it does make me happy that like conspiracy theories have been around forever, even pre-internet.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Al, we're going to turn the tables a little bit on you today, if you don't mind.
I see you got a book.
Oh, yeah, he has a book.
Well, I got a couple. You know what I got right here, Al?
What's that, sir?
I got the book, Where is Baby Ford? You know what that is?
Oh, yes, thank you. Shout out to Baby Ford.
That's your book about your son, Ford.
Yes, sir.
And it's about, what can you describe the situation?
Basically, man, I wanted to write a book because my kids are just on their devices all the time, and anybody with kids or grandkids know that. So I wrote a book where it basically kind of shows them that it's still fun to play outside. It's the O word at this point, but just playing with your friends, and also it kind of highlights that kids that are on the autism spectrum that don't talk a lot still have a lot to contribute. So the Bob and Tom people have been super cool about buying it and showing it love and 5 stars and just sending me real real honest, sincere messages.
And
man.
there's a charity component, as they say.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And 10% of all proceeds go to the Firefly Autism House in Lakewood, Colorado. So, yes, I appreciate you guys. So,
That's so wonderful, Al. And I did read it, and while I found it to be a bit of a slog, I still think that what you're doing is terrific work. So,
God. And Al, I'd like to use one of the new terms in my new vocabulary. The good thing about your book is it doesn't run you a lot of spinach.
No, not at all.
You know what that means, Willie?
Run you a lot of spinach. Spinach is green.
Make you any money.
That's correct. That's correct. I'm reading from Straight from the Fridge, Dad or Daddy-O, a dictionary of hipster slang. By Max Descharnay. This is
Max Descharnay.
Max don't know it don't exist.
Yeah,
that sounds like a creepy French professor that hits on all his students.
Yes, it does.
Oh, your shoulders are so tense.
Do you know, Al? Do you know what a box worker is?
I know what a box is, but
I was going to say a prostitute.
No.
I'm going to say a phone booth operator, like a person that works on phone booths.
A box worker would be a safe cracker.
How about that?
Yeah, we're gonna.
How many of those jobs are there?
Christy, I mean, how many people can be Secretary of State? There are certain jobs that are just for one person.
But why would you
say you were planning on digging a tunnel into a bank?
Is this Ocean's 11?
You got to have a box worker to open up the.
Why would you have? Oh, never mind. Why do you need a slang term for something no one would use?
Because you want it to be a secret. You don't put an ad on eBay. I'm looking for
a safe cracker.
Yeah. Now, do you remember in the movie The Irishman?
I didn't see it.
Like in the first 3 days of that movie, remember?
I still got to get back to it. I'm not finished with it.
Josh, do you remember? Al, do you remember? Willie?
I did. I watched it twice. It's
what's
long,
the code? What is the code for a guy that's a contract
second
killer?
story man?
I hear you paint houses.
Yeah, hear you paint houses.
Yeah.
That was the code. Remember
for
that?
What? Code for what?
That was just their code. Yeah.
For a killer.
Oh, I hear you paint houses.
Meaning, because after they'd splatter a guy, they'd have to repaint the walls.
Yeah, it's the same reason why after I go to the bathroom, you said, I heard you painted the toilet.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that. Thank you.
Okay.
Diarrhea.
Al, I'm going to go check out a bucket of blood.
Oh, sick.
I'm going to say get some wine.
Close. It's a cheap bar.
You call it a bucket of blood?
Yeah, I'm not sure this is. I don't think too many people use this one anymore. I think that's.
Oh my goodness!
That doesn't even make sense.
Nobody uses any of these.
So this was dialogue used by like Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg and like just like
and
white people
buddies
in New York City for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
how long was it?
Exactly.
Now, we have stuff from the earlier part of the century. Get off the fence, Hortense.
Yeah, that sounds
Make a decision?
No one's ever said
Very
that.
good, Al. Exactly correct. It means make a decision.
This is fresh as today's headlines.
Get
I
off the
thought we were supposed to get hip, not go backwards.
When's the last time, Willie? When's the last time you got your eyes wet?
I got my eyes wet. I assume that means that I cried.
No.
I'm going to say you slept.
No. Got my eyes wet. Pat?
No idea.
I'll give you a hint. It's been a couple years for you.
Had a drink?
Yes.
Oh.
Eyes wet.
You got drunk. You got your eyes wet.
Huh?
No one has ever said
Does that mean you pass out in your cocktail?
No one's ever said that.
I feel like
your eyes don't get wet when you get drunk.
This book isn't for people who want to get hip. This is for people who get hip replacements. Old phrase.
Bravo.
And I'm not convinced even they were used back then.
They all have citations. This is a scientifically properly written book. Many of the things Al says he could be pulling out of thin air. I have no idea what my man 50 grand is telling us on any given day. Okay,
I think that any modern day cool person would say that all these slang terms are Jack Kerouac. Whack.
Well, aren't you woke? Couldn't we get terms like that to at least be correct in the world of grammar.
I'm awakened.
Yes, I'm awakened to be a little more sophisticated. Is that I said, Joshua, I understand that you weren't woke.
Did you read?
Came to the.
Did you read
March.
Kate Chopin's The Woke?
Okay, here's one for you. I'm going to give this one to Christy.
What's that?
This is a tough one.
Okay.
I think you'll get it. Man, they gave him the permanent wave.
Oh.
They killed him?
Yes, but how?
They gave him the permanent wave.
Threw him in the
Electrocution?
Thank Christy Lee. Another 10 there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's giving someone the electric chair. Now, what about this one, Christy? Did you hear what happened with Christy? Yeah. She gave him the air.
Uh-oh. This is AIR?
Yes, gave him the air.
Broke up with him?
Yeah. Tell him goodbye. Then they give, here's from the film 42nd Street in 1933. They give us a citation.
Al, aren't you glad you got up and called us? Isn't this fun for you?
That went back to 1933.
Yeah, she'd better not try to give me the air. No. There we go. Now, Al, let's get back to contemporary culture, of which you are certainly steeped in it much more than I am. Could we get a couple words out of you that I could try to assess their meaning, if you will?
Oh, my God. All right, Tom, I don't know if this is in that book, but what would it mean if you said, Tom, I met her and she's got that capital P?
Now, my first guess is so vulgar that I'm not going to go with it.
Unless that's the meaning.
Give me a second. Capital P. Does it mean, is it a little less vulgar? Would it be like she's got a really nice profile?
You're in the right neighborhood, which is shocking. I'm really impressed. You're in the right neighborhood.
I think I know.
Poise? No, that wouldn't be right. She's got a nice P.
Capital P.
Capital P.
Oh, it's capital?
Josh has been on fire. I think Josh knows.
Capital P.
Okay, she's got a... is this like a geography thing?
No,
I can tell that's wrong.
You're leaving the neighborhood.
Yeah, is she pretty with a capital P? I mean, she's really...
Oh, that's good.
That's a good guess. No? But no, when I say capital P, I mean just the letter.
Yeah.
The letter is describing her. So, Josh,
I got it. She has large breasts.
No.
When she stands up, she forms a huge... Okay.
Oh, she's got a big booty.
Yes.
Yeah, the P, right? The P in the back goes this way.
And then her legs.
This way.
Yeah.
Well, what if she's facing
she's
east?
facing west.
She's facing west.
Yeah.
She's doing a handstand.
Facing west.
I was going to say.
And it comes out like that, and then her back and legs go down as the stem of the P.
Okay.
So yeah.
Al, when you sleep, which way's your head facing?
I sleep, I guess, to the left, always.
But I mean, north, south, east, west. Which way does your head face?
Are you going to continue?
I'm not a Boy Scout.
Jesus.
I don't know. I was just
Let's take a compass to bed.
Yes, that's it. Al, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with this interview because every time I look over there, I'm seeing Reggie Jackson, and I want to start asking him questions.
I want to roll a hard 8.
No, when we got off the air, Al, look up Reggie Jackson's car collection. It's staggering. Where were we? Okay, give me another one, Al.
Tom, you're going to love this one. What would it mean if I told you it just hit different?
That would mean that he or she said something. Their intention was not what you took from it because it is just the way it was delivered. It hit different.
You are 90% there. I would accept that, but I don't think that's actually how I've ever heard it used, and I've heard it used quite a bit. Like I don't know, man. It just hit different.
Okay.
Didn't feel right?
Like when Tom said Ace's joke was really good, it just hit different.
Yeah.
Meaning he didn't mean it. Sorry, Ace.
Right.
Is that kind of it?
It kind of, it's just like, it means like you've done something that you've done many times before, but it just didn't feel the same. So like, if you went back to your old high school and went back to the old gym where you were a basketball star, you'd be like, just walking in there, no one knew my name. You know, they tried to charge me at the door. It just, it just hit different.
Yeah.
Now, Josh, you went to your favorite pizza place, and
here we go.
You got double pepperoni. You got home with the box, and I don't know, it just hit different.
Yeah.
What? Does that work?
No. Not at all. No, we're asking the wrong question here. Tom, does that make you feel better? that example.
You know you've driven us all to therapy, right? So now we talk to you like...
There are listeners emailing in wanting to know if you need like a wellness visit or something. You know that, right?
So they want me to get in the wind?
They think you're insane. They think you're bug nuts. Is what they think.
Al, I still don't understand the pee thing.
Okay, so I'll do it for you.
All right. Okay.
Imagine you're port side, and there's a girl starboard, and she's raising the mast.
Okay.
Got it? Now, you're not imagining her top half. It's just her bottom half.
Oh, that's cruel.
The way she's standing, her...
Talk about objectifying.
In an ideal world.
In an ideal world, her rear end goes out, and then her legs are the pee.
But so you're objectifying this woman. She doesn't even have anything from the waist up. Yikes. Al, would you prefer a mermaid with the mer part up or down? Fish from the waist up and just legs.
Would it be the mer part or the maid part?
I never got it with mermaids. I'm sure they must smell horrendous.
Probably slimy.
Yeah, Carol Baskin-esque.
Yeah, I never got it with the mermaids. I know those guys are out on the sea for a long time, and you got to let your imagination run. But I can't do it. I don't know.
And I get it. And they say that when they would see the mermaid, isn't that part of the whole thing with the giant sea cows?
Yeah, manatees.
Yeah, well, you got to be talk about. You got to like them thick.
Yeah,
I like them thick with 2 C's. Tom, don't forget.
Okay, now
THICC.
Okay, I got time for one more. Al, help me here. Try to get hipper here, please.
All right, Tom. I'll just tell you this. I'm an older guy, but women still slide in my DMs, and sometimes I'll try and hit them back, but I find out it's Finsta.
It's what?
Finsta.
Fenster? Like I'm Dickens, he's Fenster?
F-I-N-S-T-A.
No,
Finsta.
It's nothing to do with the Marty Ingalls television show that no one remembers but you.
Fenster?
No.
Say the sentence again, Al. I'm really puzzled here.
Hey, Tom, look, I'm being honest here. My girl's sleeping in the room, and I'm going to get in any trouble. But, they'd be back in the day. I try and slide up in girls' DM, but, it'd be Finsta.
Is that short for defense, maybe? Fensta? No? Okay.
No.
Fensta. It sounds like some rite in the Jewish faith. Well, he had after the bar mitzvah, he had the Fensta.
Sure, yeah.
And then,
have anything to do with the word finished?
No.
Finsta.
Finsta.
Oh, is it an I? Finsta?
Finsta. There's an I in there.
Okay.
You thought it was Fensta?
Yeah,
you thought it was Dickinson Fenster. Of course you did.
Finsta.
So he's talking about talking to a girl, presumably on social media.
DMs.
It sounds like kind of wine Christy would order. Do you have the Pinot Noir Finsta? It's from Paris,
Oh, boy.
Chateau.
I have no... You know what it is, Willie?
Yeah.
What is it?
Willie's got that he's got that swag that the last person in line on the Family Feud that knows the answer. It's like, that's my uncle. Just he doesn't know.
That's right.
Bring it to me, Steve. Bring it to me, Steve. Bring it to me. Tallahassee. Woo!
Number one
answer.
Yeah, thank you.
Ding, ding, ding.
Finsta, from what I know, it is a fake Instagram account.
That is it.
Yeah.
I could have been here all year and
fake Insta. Okay.
Never would have
chained me to the thing.
I didn't realize it was that specific.
Wow.
Yeah. If someone says Insta, I stop listening. Just something about me.
Really?
All right, Tommy, use it in a sentence and use one other word we've learned today in that sentence.
Oh, man. Even though she had an exceptional P.
A capital P.
A woman who has an exceptional P drank a lot.
A lot of cranberry juice. Even though she had an exceptional capital P.
You know what just hit me? You remind me of the old guy on Mount St. Helens who wasn't going to leave no matter what. I don't care. I'm not going to. I enjoy Dickens and Fenster. I know. That's exactly who. And then kaboom, he was blown away.
Once again, although she had an ample capital P, I was somewhat despondent when I learned that she was a Fensta maker.
Okay.
You nailed it.
It's all inside.
Sorry, Al. That's the name of one of our engineers.
My God.
Now, if a fake Instagram is a Finsta, what would a
Oh, here we go.
Clandestine Twitter beat.
Yeah. She got that.
Yeah, I have no idea, Al. But thank you very much. And when we're done, check out Reggie Jackson's car collection. Al Jackson, you can find out about the book, and you can find out all things you need to know about Al. He is, of course, featured on The Daily Blast and active in the world of all kinds of different things. Al, it's always a great pleasure.
Yes.
Love the shades. That is a great.
My butt off this morning. I really appreciate you guys.
Do they let you wear those on the TV?
No, I wish. They had too much glare.
Yeah, we can see your light.
Yeah, the last person to wear those on TV was Koresh.
Okay, seriously, today has been the most obscure set of references in the history of radio.
He did make a mistake picking those glasses, didn't he? Man, those are hideous.
Yeah.
Although when I wore glasses, I had them just like that.
No, not you. Not you.
Oh, no,
David Koresh is who I was talking about.
Those look great, Al. I really like those.
You kill it with those glasses.
Koresh, I feel like, I don't know if you saw the documentary, he kind of pulled it off in Wake Up, but the guy that had playing him in Wake Up was a good-looking guy. But was David Koresh good-looking? Because Ted Bundy was, right?
Ted Bundy was an attractive guy, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Koresh was good-looking to those that liked him. You know what I mean? He had that charisma, that charm.
The guy that just got convicted, he was... yesterday.
He was a dork. That was the weird thing. He pulled all these hot women. He was like a nerd.
Oh, the Nexus guy?
Like the guy that made the first Apple computer. How did he do that?
I don't know, man. He must have had a hell of a spiel.
Yeah, but the Nexus guy, the best thing was the Nexium guy.
Oh,
that's what he didn't have heartburn.
No, he sure didn't. They could eat anything before.
Okay, thanks, Al.
Al, we gotta go. You're the best.
Love you guys.
I have no idea. You know something?
If you're going to be like me and go home and hole up in your compound for the next 2 or 3 days because I'm suffering from PTSD in this show, and Tom, you need a sound home security system. That's where the do-it-yourself home security system comes in. Simply Safe. You can protect your entire home around the clock. Serious, lasting protection. All it takes is a simple 30 minutes, and I think less, setup, and you'll even get a free security camo when you protect your home today. A Simply Safe award-winning arsenal of sensors and security cameras. You do it yourself with double-stick tape and wireless technology. Blanket every inch of your home. No technician or salesperson calls. You do it yourself. Simply Safe monitors your home around the clock. Security professionals who are there in case of an emergency to immediately send help to your home. No contract, no contact, and no hidden fees and no installation costs. It's why U.S. News & World Report named Simply Safe best overall home security of 2020. And right now, visit simplysafetom.com and get a free security camera plus a 60-day risk-free trial with any system you order. There's nothing to lose. Go now to simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com, but only for Bob and Tom show listeners.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, we have helicopters in the news and a really cool Halloween display.
Yeah.
That the neighbors want pulled down. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, Floyd, did you know Bob and Tom have podcasts with an S? That's right, more than one. You know what you call a gathering of Bob and Tom podcasts? Funny. Check out all 3 of our podcasts, the Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast, that Josh Arnold podcast, and one we like to call Bits and Pieces podcast. It's a dive into the archives. Just go to bobandtom.com/podcasts, and you can be listening to those as much as you want. You're welcome. Just wait till after the show, won't you? You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Al Jackson on the way.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Justin Turner violated coronavirus protocols when he celebrated winning the World Series on the field with his Dodgers teammates. That's from Major League Baseball. They also say Turner refused instructions from security to leave the field, behavior that risks the safety of others. The commissioner's office says it's starting a full investigation. Turner had been pulled after the 7th, then returned to celebrate. He posed without a mask for a team photo on Globe Life Field in Arlington. And the Dodgers' big win in the World Series did not bring a ratings win to Fox. The series with the Tampa Bay Rays posted an average TV rating 32% below the previous World Series low. Nielsen reports the 6 games averaged 9.7 million viewers. Previous average low was 12.6 million. The Giants swept the Tigers in 2012. College football, the pandemic hit the Big Ten football just 2 weeks into their season yesterday. Number 9, Wisconsin canceled their game at Nebraska and paused team activities for at least a week. A dozen people in the program, including Coach Paul Chryst, tested positive for COVID-19. Athletic Director Barry Alvarez and Chancellor Rebecca Blank made the decision in consultation with Big Ten officials. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Your mom, Chick, who would she have host that show?
Charlie Pride.
Yeah.
See?
Boy, that was quite
Exactly.
the night at my house, man. She loved that guy. He did a version of Call Elijah, and I love that song, Call Elijah by Charlie Pride, and he was on Hee Haw one night, and she went, oh, my.
Yeah. Now, did the words, who's this now?
I think she might, who is that? That's Charlie Pride.
Is he lip syncing?
Oh, that is not Charlie. That's not my Charlie Pride.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Comedian Mickey Joseph has joined us in the studios.
There's a porno actor in California now who's taken the name Ricky Ricardo.
No, there isn't.
Oh yeah, which kind of changes it, you know. Oh yes, I'm Cuban Pete. I've got 10 pounds of hanging meat. And every time I go, jig, jiggy, boom, jig, jiggy, boom, jig, jiggy, boom. Oh, yes, I'm Cuban Pete. Mine goes halfway across the street. And every time I go, jig, jiggy, boom, jig, jiggy, boom, jig, jiggy, boom. Hey, señorita, how would you like a big burrito? It's very nice. So full of spice. Hey, why don't we go down to my place in San Francisco? I'm hard as metal. Just ask Freteneto.
Thank you so much. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yes, I have been doing lots of research, and now if you tell me who your favorite band is or what your favorite movie is or even what your favorite book is, I can tell you what you are saying about yourself.
Okay, Christy, can we start with you? Do you mind? Christy,
right,
favorite
My favorite movie.
Road,
man,
is it Roadhouse?
movie.
Did we say?
Not Roadhouse.
Okay,
That's
not
the movie
Roadhouse.
that you can't turn away from.
Favorite movie.
8:48 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Update the forecast, please.
Q95, Fox 59 weather, rain most of the day today, high 52. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 50. We're down to 44 degrees now in rain, but Halloween looking nice, sunshine and 58.
So a great Halloween night with all kinds of ghouls and goblins and trick-or-treaters, I hope. Should be fun. Tonight, 11:30 on My Indie TV 23. It is a show we call Bob and Tom Tonight. If you get a chance, check it out if you please. Once again, that's My Indie TV 23, 11:30 tonight. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Do you feel like I do?
I don't feel anything.
Oh, well.
Just listen to music.
Okay, fine. Talking about the Ace Cosby joke of the day, permeating the airwaves. It's
definitely don't feel
several days. That's Chick. Once again, not embracing the zeitgeist, if you will.
One out of, I don't know, 57,000? We need a larger sample size? Is that what we need?
I hope there's an apology in the offing.
No.
Let's see. Willie G, Patty G. Hello, guys. Christy Lee's at the Navy
Hi.
Federal Credit Union
Why
news
don't we
desk.
do a show where everybody's nice to everybody?
Well, we can start by you being quiet.
Here, Motormouth.
Let's see now. There's
what a yak fest over there, huh?
God. Josh at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk and chair.
Hi.
Ace, we missed you, buddy. And, you can see, I'm sure that you certainly missed being here. But, ladies and gentlemen, the way this works is this is the op-ed page.
Prove me wrong, Ace. Go, baby.
The op-ed page of Contemporary Culture with Ace Cosby.
Yesterday was kind of bad because somebody threw a bottle of omega-3 pills at me.
Wow.
I'm okay, and the wounds were superficial oil.
Fish oil.
I'm not. I've spoken English for
omega-3 pills.
He gets
59 years. I don't know what he said.
The wounds were superficial oil.
He gets to giggling and then he just doesn't get the word out.
Omega-3 capsules. The
fish oil.
The wounds.
And what are they?
Superfish oil.
Omega-3 capsules. They're fish
instead
oil.
of superficial.
Yes.
Superficial oil.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a hoot, all right. I'm sorry.
It's unbelievable. Did you get that one?
I really had to do a lot of work. As an audience member of that joke, I shouldn't have to do the amount of work I did.
Josh is working overtime over there.
Because of the, well.
So did you take your time off, write a little bit? Is that what this is a product of?
I had a math one, but I got to read it here.
Oh, okay.
A math one?
Yeah. It's a thinker.
Okay.
Somebody sent it to you?
This one coming up is a thinker.
Okay, so I suppose we can do a palate cleanser. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to forget the previous 2 minutes. Delete on your history, whatever it is you do it. It's Ace Cosby. Hi.
What do you get if you divide the circumference of a pumpkin by its diameter?
Oh, I like this one. What is it?
Pumpkin pie.
Oh, I get it. Eye, you see.
Right.
It's a math joke. You guys gave it nothing. Did you see it coming?
I did see it coming. I was not going to yell out the punchline.
I thought
See, I don't know if that's even a thing, though, because there's a pumpkin pie out of pumpkin. It doesn't matter.
And I definitely got the omega fish oil joke. There was a lot of mispronunciation in the setup and the punchline.
So now you're not only attacking the joke, you're attacking the jokester.
No, I'm mostly attacking the jokester.
I think
he's sitting right here.
I think a great man once told me about comedy. It's all in the setup.
That's Tom's contention.
Didn't you say that?
I did, and I think Ace perfectly set up both those.
Perfectly.
I mean,
perfectly.
He did not pronounce
he bobbled the punchline in the first one, certainly.
He got the giggles.
Omega-3.
Okay.
Omega-3.
Now, during the break,
now it's clear as day.
during the break, I was watching the Pat Godwin channel.
What was I doing?
Stage fright.
You were talking to a non-existing person. That was my favorite thing. You looked to the side and were going blah 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 blah. Then
That's
looked back.
Jess right over there, and I said hi.
Oh, I can't see her.
Jeez.
Okay, I didn't know Jess was here. Well, no wonder. I thought you were just losing your mind and talking to yourself.
No, that's yesterday.
Okay. So what are you practicing in there?
Oh, I'm working on my Halloween song. In case you go to me, you throw me the ball.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
play something.
Here
Put
it
it
is
in,
now.
Coach.
I'm so excited.
Here it is now.
You have a Halloween song.
Yeah, this is kind of me from a few years back, exaggerated. I'm doing fine now, but you guys know that, of course.
Is this drinking, Pat?
No, it's not drinking, Pat.
Okay.
Well,
which Pat is
maybe
this?
a little.
Which Pat is this?
Scary.
The point is, it's an old song.
Who's that knocking on my front door? It's 7 o'clock and I'm passed out on the floor. There's a tiny Spider-Man saying trick or treat, and I'm half dressed and drunk, all out of sweets. The scariest thing you've ever seen is a divorced guy who forgot it's Halloween. I got nothing in the cupboard, no candy in the bowls, and Baby Yoda's on my porch with a long-haired troll. I got none of those fun-sized candy bars. I have a half-smoked joint and a couple cigars. The lights are off. I can't be seen. I'm a divorced guy with no candy, no girlfriend, no idea. It's Halloween. I've got Centrum vitamins, some cold pizza crust, 2 Alka-Seltzers, and some Cheeto dust. A fifth of Crown Royal and a half a case of beer. Unpaid bills and a summons to appear. Will your bag hold all the sorrow and regret? Oh, and one more thing before I forget. The scariest thing you've ever seen is a divorced guy with no candy, no girlfriend, no pants. No idea, it's Halloween.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Very scary. Boy, that, I mean, they have to say, write what you know.
A couple years ago, not now. I'm doing fine now.
Yeah, you're
financially fiscal. Looking for,
okay now.
I could use $100 from Christy, but you know,
I didn't promise you 100. I promised you 50.
I'll take 30 today.
Are you familiar with compound interest, Christy?
No, the mower.
You're so fiscal. Why don't you fix your car? That's driving me nuts.
I promised him 150, and then I gave him an extra 10 not to speak to me for a week.
How's that going?
Oh no, he's yakking it up to me. I don't know what's going on.
I love you.
Christy, give me the teaser. What's coming up?
Well, we have a couple of Halloween stories that we need to get to.
All right.
We have also a raccoon in the news, and we have a 104-year-old woman who really missed her family.
And I will be giving a live reading of the full Edgar Allan Poe poem, The Raven, coming up.
Well, that's just in time for Halloween. That's exciting.
Yeah. That'll be on the HD channel.
No, it'll be on the school. I don't know where it'll be.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You've been Tom 24/7.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, it's Bob and Tom Tonight. Over 20 minutes of the best of today's Bob and Tom Show tonight on video. That's right. Just head on over to Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Click the red subscribe button, and you'll join over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans from around the world who have already subscribed to the Bob and Tom YouTube channel. That's Bob and Tom Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bob and Tom Tonight. Check it out tonight. If you haven't seen it, it's a lot of fun.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Zeta has weakened into a tropical storm over central Alabama. The National Hurricane Center says strong winds are continuing across portions of the state and the Florida Panhandle. The storm was about 25 miles southeast of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour. Zeta is moving quickly toward the northeast near 31 miles per hour. Additional weakening is expected throughout the day. Federal agencies say cyber criminals are unleashing a major ransomware assault against the U.S. healthcare system. At least 5 U.S. hospitals have been hobbled this week and could potentially impact hundreds more. In a joint alert, the FBI and 2 federal agencies say they have credible information of an imminent cybercrime threat to U.S. hospitals and healthcare providers. Malicious groups are targeting the sector with ransomware that could lead to data theft and disruption of healthcare services. No indication they're motivated by anything other than profit. And there are a lot of companies that have seen major gains because of the coronavirus pandemic, like Zoom, Netflix. We've heard a lot about that, online-based services. But what about this company, Tupperware? They've seen a burst of growth in recent months as we ditch eating out and do more home cooking. Those homemade leftovers have to stay somewhere, right? So because of that, Tupperware stock has soared. The company reports its profits from the most recent quarter have quadrupled. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Your mom, chick, who would she have host that show?
Charlie Pride.
Yeah.
See?
Boy, that was quite
Exactly.
the night at my house, man. She loved that guy. He did a version of Call Elijah, and I love that song, Call Elijah by Charlie Pride, and he was on Hee Haw one night, and she went, oh, my.
Yeah. Now, did the words, who's this now?
I think she might, who is that? That's Charlie Pride.
Is he lip syncing?
Oh, that is not Charlie. That's not my Charlie Pride.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Comedian Greg Hahn is here with us. He's a high-energy kind of guy, aren't you, Greg?
Oh, yeah, I like to have a little energy. A little energy in the show. I got a big show, everybody. I get shot out of a cannon. We bring out the elephants. I break a board over my head. It's motivating. It's a good time. I'm all excited. I'm getting married in May.
You are?
Yeah. All I got to do now is find a chick. Yeah. Hey, there he is. There he is. I was engaged once. You know, if you give a girl a ring and ask her to marry you, she thinks you're really going to do it. You should do it. You should do it. Dating is crazy. Crazy. I was out with this girl. She's like, you know what she said?
What?
She said, you've never been married your whole life. What are you afraid of? You really want to know? Yeah, what are you afraid of? I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. Alligators! Alligators! They got a big head, these little legs, and they can run lightning fast.
Hey, 901 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy Lee's got the weather forecast.
Hey, Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today. It'll end probably around 6 or 7 tonight. Look for a high of 52. Then variable cloudiness overnight, low 37. Partly cloudy 50 on Friday. Rain and 44 currently.
Chick McGee.
21st Amendment, Tom. That's right. Halloween is Saturday. You got to stock up. And, of course, Whiskey Wednesday was yesterday, so you're all out. You need to go back to 21st Amendment wine, spirits, and beer. Lowest prices in the area. Save today on Maker's Mark. The 750 milliliter, only $23.97. White Claw 12, just $14.97. Start getting ready for the holidays. Thanksgiving, stock up. 21st Amendment has what you wanted, everyday low prices. Stag's Leap, Artemis Cabernet Sauvignon, 750 milliliter, now just $39.97. 21st Amendment wine, spirits, and beer, just minutes from anywhere. Locally owned purveyor of fine wine, spirits, and beer since 1971, serving Indianapolis and the surrounding area.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We've got, let's see now. That's it. Everybody moving just a little bit. That feels good because Ace is back. We have the return of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. It was very nice, Ace. Thank you very much. We need to know that you had a really good break there. Did you go out of town?
No.
Okay. Just
staycation.
Stayed in bed a lot.
Attaboy. Good. Yeah.
Vacation.
That doesn't sound too depressing.
I wasn't alone.
Had a week off.
Oh, there you go. See?
So a laycation.
Wasn't alone.
Vacation.
Do I like laycation or bangcation more?
Bangcation.
They're both very good.
Bangcation sounds like you're banking in Haiti. It sounds like bankcation.
When's the last time you spent a day in bed? Just hanging out?
I had to spend 17 days in bed after I had eye surgery.
No,
That was
I
the
mean
worst day of
on
my life.
purpose. Like watching movies, doing it, watching movies, eating,
I hate watching
hanging out.
I hate watching movies in bed.
How did I know that?
Far too comfortable.
Yeah, too relaxing.
Yeah.
Too wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Make a pillow for it, get under the covers. No.
No, because at my house, the TV is to the side.
Oh,
you can move that.
Mary and Joseph.
No, you can't. It's attached to the wall.
Bolted down? What, are you living a Holiday Inn? What are you doing over there?
You're not allowed to move it?
No, it's attached to the wall.
Your bed moves.
No, it doesn't. My bed weighs like 4 tons.
You have a sleep number bed.
Yeah,
You've got the recline.
No, then I'm up like this looking.
Oh, like you would be in a chair?
Well, wait a minute. Why the hell did you put the TV on to the side?
Why would you do
because
that?
if you look straight ahead, there's a wall of glass.
A wall of glass.
Oh, yeah,
Is it a window or a mirror?
It's actually 4 windows.
That would have looked
okay.
cool.
All right.
Hang it up on the wall. Is it solid glass or just 4 windows?
It's 4 big, huge windows.
Well, say that instead of a wall of glass.
Yeah, I thought you lived in a ballet studio.
What are you, Billy Joel?
What the hell's wrong with you?
So if I'm in my bed...
So switch your bed around, you goof.
And the way God intended, of course, when I'm in my bed, my head is facing north.
Crazy.
So if I look to the east, I can see the television. It's on the wall over there.
All right.
But that's
Why
really
the hell do
uncomfortable.
you know the direction your bed is facing?
Because I made sure when I designed the house, that's how it
What's
was.
on the west wall? Can you move your bed to the west wall and look east?
No.
No, but
What,
you
do you have to face Mecca? Why are you doing that?
Well, first of all, you idiot, Mecca is not to the north. If you do it that way, you're gonna really get lost when you go on your Hajj.
Sorry, you're facing Montreal, whatever it is.
So what does sleeping with your head facing north do for you?
Yeah, what does that do?
Because whatever it is, it's not doing it.
This involves levels of physics and magnets that
I won't understand.
No, this is like feng shui, and you always made fun of that and said it didn't matter.
People who believe in feng shui are morons. The point
But
is,
you believe you have to have your head facing north.
No, that was the
Well, who told you that people who believe in feng shui are morons?
my numerologist.
That's the way you do it.
That's the way it's done, kids.
No, seriously, in my bed, and I have the thingy, then I have a sleep number bed, which I love, and I've got the button you press and bzzzt, and the bed goes up. But then if I want to watch TV, you got to turn your head 90 degrees, which is
it possible if your bed didn't weigh 4 tons, can you move your bed to the west wall?
No, there's a door there.
We should get you a Lazy Susan, like one of those giant Lazy Susans that the Batmobile sits on that you can put your bed on. And
No, why can't you haven't you seen those things that you put at the end of your bed and the TV comes up?
Oh, yeah.
There are hotels that have that.
Yeah, get that.
You could, it just looks like a bench at the end of your bed.
Because my bedroom is on a slab.
Slab.
It's on a slab.
Well, no, but
there's nothing for the bed to go into.
No,
there's
it doesn't.
No crawl space.
It goes into the.
It goes into the cabinet.
Cabinet that the cabinet
at the foot of the bed.
I'm sure Kelly would object because it probably wouldn't match the decor.
And it rises out of the.
It's so cool.
There's a bench there to tie your shoes. Okay, we'll move on. No, I don't like watching movies in bed. Do you?
Yes.
We all do.
Yeah, I'll do it every now and then. Sure. Watch football in bed. Yeah.
It's a great way to spend a lazy Sunday.
Rainy like today.
I'm in a very small organization that hates breakfast in bed.
I'm with you.
Hate breakfast in bed.
I would prefer not. I'd rather eat at a table. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I like coffee at a table with
in another place
out there,
not at your home.
There's no coffee. Doesn't exist at his house.
I
do not make coffee at my house.
It's out.
So you have to go get coffee somewhere.
I enjoy that every Saturday, every Sunday. The girls and I we typically go.
But you won't drink it in the car.
I don't like drinking in the car or drinking coffee while I'm walking. These are perfectly reasonable things. See, we live in a culture in which everything is rushed.
Really?
When you have coffee, you want to sit.
You honestly think this is all reasonable?
Yeah.
Your behavior.
One of my
What are you going to do when it's freezing and you can't go get your coffee?
I can get my coffee. They have a door.
Yeah, but you can't sit inside.
Yeah. Well, get in the car, drive somewhere, and drink my coffee.
Wait a minute. All right. If you don't like your coffee as you're walking, you don't like your coffee in the car, where do you drink your coffee?
Well, I put it in the car, and then I drive somewhere, and then sit down and enjoy it.
So you walk in another establishment with somebody else's coffee.
Okay, wait a minute. I think I'm getting a beat on it. Hang on. So you get your coffee. You don't like to drink it at Starbucks either, right? Or wherever you're getting it.
Oh, I used to, but you can't anymore.
Okay.
Well, you can, but you take a chance.
Yeah, you've got...
yeah, you're a gambling man?
Typhoid Annie walks in, with surrounded by a mist of boogers. No.
Is there a market for where you go and just drink your coffee?
No.
Is that a possible?
Why don't you open up a place called Tom's?
Right.
And it's just where people can go and sit. And
just sit and
they
enjoy
can either take a phone call, or they can enjoy a coffee that they got somewhere else, or they can judge anybody else that's in there.
But no food.
Oh, yeah, we could have like a big screen, and as people would walk in, you'd rate them.
Yes.
Let's say like, table 2, how about this dork?
Yeah.
And people would, that'd be good.
That's the question every time.
Now, today
You understand you make no sense.
He likes what he likes. He doesn't have to make sense.
I can't figure out where you're drinking your coffee.
What day is today, Christy?
Today is Thursday.
So my place is open. I'll go visit with my friend.
Yes.
Are you going to get the cookies?
My friend Nick.
Yes.
Who doesn't realize that I have no friends.
Get the Nick cookies.
He's all I've got.
That's a lot of pressure.
I told you about Nick, that lovely bottle of wine that Willie and I got you.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Nick got that. Nick is my wine guy, but I don't drink wine.
So when you buy wine for others,
Wait a minute. Once again, hold on. You have a wine guy.
Check, Nick. Right?
You don't like wine.
That's correct.
Anybody else want to jump in here?
No, when I want a gift, I'll tell Nick, and he'll pick out. He just bought a case of wine from him.
So I want to know, when you go see Nick and you get your coffee, do you stand there and drink your coffee while you're talking to Nick?
Absolutely not.
You'll take it, but sometimes you'll take it back home.
Yeah, or bring it over here, or go to the shack.
So he gives you. Okay. Has he ever done? What's wrong with the coffee? Why don't you drink the coffee? Does he?
Because you can't drink it there.
Why?
Because it's closed.
Because it's what?
Closed. You know, you guys, we're treating him like he's crazy, and we keep asking the questions. We're the crazy ones. This is entirely on us at this point.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe you got 20/20 vision. We're all nearsighted.
Yes.
I don't know.
All I know, one of my favorite things to do on the weekend is to wake up and make the coffee. I like making coffee.
Me too. I grind the beans, and it's like a thing.
That's but you're way ahead of I am.
What are you doing? Like boiling water in Sanka?
The cup in the Keurig.
I thought you had a pour over or a press or something. Don't you?
Okay.
No. Do you have real cream?
No, I take my coffee.
What's the point?
I take my coffee black.
Oh, do you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is he not supporting the dairy farmers?
Oh, my gosh.
Trust me, I support them other ways.
I take it all back. I'll go visit today. I got it in my schedule. I'll go over there and get...
Yes?
Oh, not the dairy farmers, but...
No, to see Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Does Nick know you're coming?
Well,
he knows now.
Man, I hope Nick's listening and staring at the radio saying, I'm his only friend. I need him to do that.
Knowing Tom, everybody there is Nick, meaning it doesn't matter who's behind the counter. Hey, Nick.
Hi, Nicky. Good to see you.
Michael is Nick. Christina is Nick some days.
Right.
Whoever he wants is Nick.
And the people, here he comes again. Everybody be prepared to answer to Nick. Here we go.
But also, now that you've been so mean,
yes.
Nick is the guy that has the cookies.
I just said, get the cookies. Like 5 minutes ago, I said, get the cookies.
He did say that.
Nick has the cookies. Okay.
Get all the cookies and get brownies for jerkhead over there.
He doesn't always have the brownies.
Ace likes the brownies, and I like the chocolate chip salted ones that we've only got one time. They're delicious.
That's downtown. That's a different person.
No, get the
Nick.
Where's Nick?
Huh?
I thought Nick was downtown.
Nick is the place I sent you to a couple days ago.
Well,
over by that trail I told you.
Who's downtown?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I have a question. Who's listening?
That is a great question. Well, I asked it an hour ago.
Even Nick turned it off.
Nick loves our show.
So, Josh, let me finish another thing.
God.
Yeah.
When you get your coffee on Saturday morning, you make it yourself.
Yeah.
Like a filthy human being.
I'm curious. Are you wearing pants, pajama bottoms? What is
typically just my boxers. Yeah.
And are you wearing a shirt?
Yes, I'm wearing a T-shirt and boxers and my slippers.
And then do you put your coffee into a nice cup?
I have a great mug. Yeah, I have
drinks it out of the pot.
I put my head under the Keurig.
Get it hot.
No, I have a wonderful Saturday Sunday mug. It's called Primal Mug. Actually, it looks like
have a Saturday Sunday mug.
I named my underwear.
A Saturday Sunday.
So
mug.
now I have a question, because I don't like drinking coffee from cups that have handles on them.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, no, this is a very cool.
Oh my
what? This is a very cool coffee mug.
Well, the cup's not a. If it
Then
doesn't have a
you'll burn your
handle, it's
hand.
not a cup.
Well, for example, this is a cup.
Those
There's
are styrofoam.
Right.
Styrofoam, yeah.
Well, I know, but I prefer obviously a ceramic, but without a handle.
But doesn't it get too hot to hold if it's ceramic?
That's how you judge if the coffee.
That's a soup bowl.
Oh my God in heaven.
Yes, that's a tall.
Have you heard about my invention idea that I have?
Oh my God, you.
I know. I'd love to hear
A
it.
stirring stick that you would stir, and then it would have a readout on top that would bleep when it's not too hot to drink. This is genius.
Wow! So you set it to the temperature that you know you
Yes.
like.
This is a great idea.
I think that is a good idea.
You are
Disposable,
nuts.
made of some kind of plastic that seals would swallow.
Cancer-causing mercury in the
We hope so.
thermometer. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Do they make ceramic cups with no handle on them?
Yeah. I've got
right.
a couple of them that I in the other room.
I got you.
Yeah.
We all have our rituals that we enjoy.
Yeah.
I have a bacon party on the weekends with the girls.
Oh, bacon parties.
Puppy dogs. I never have their attention more than when we have the bacon party.
Oh, of course. Why would you? Okay. Well, Christy, that was a good story. We'll have to get to it later.
Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of Halloween stories to get to.
Okay.
My gosh.
Right now, I want to tell you about. There was this morning another gigantic cluster, if you will, in the world of cybercrime.
Oh yeah, this time involving healthcare and hospitals.
Yeah,
It's bad.
It is. There's a service called LifeLock. And what they do is they try to keep an eye on all the things going on out there in the world of the ether, if you will, the internet, all those numbers you've pumped in. A lot of them are floating around, and all the time we read about, oh, did you hear the so-and-so bank, blah, 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 or the so-and-so hotel company, blah, blah, blah. All those numbers are out there. You got to be careful. You want to make sure that someone doesn't somehow become you and start getting money and ruining your credit and maybe getting your tax refund or whatever. That's where LifeLock comes in. They're out there looking 24/7. When you're asleep, they're out there looking. So if somebody in Russia or China or your next door neighbor is trying to be you to get your money, and it's a very inexpensive service, you will sleep better knowing that they're out there watching. It's called LifeLock. You'll find them at 1-800-LifeLock, or it's just easy to go to lifelock.com. By the way, we throw in this promo code. It's TOM25 for 25% off that first year. And once again, it's a very inexpensive service. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock is out there watching, looking for threats that you're probably going to miss on your own. Join right now. Once again, 25% off if you use the code TOM25 at lifelock.com. Coming up, we promise, Christy, we'll get to these exciting Halloween stories. One involves strippers. Oh, thank you.
Sort of.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, folks. Boom. It's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Hey, how are you? I'm Mark Allison. It is Thursday, October 29th, and I'd like to encourage you for everything Bob and Tom. Check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites, and you never know what you might see, including Pat Godwin's pencil-thin mustache. Yes, it was a pencil-thin week, and we've got that. Plus the Pumpkinhead animated video by Haywood Banks just in time for Halloween. It's family-friendly, so check it out. Pumpkinhead by Haywood Banks, and it's all waiting for you right there at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. Marilyn Manson will take an acting role in the second season of the anthology series Creep Show on Shudder, the streaming service from AMC Networks. The 6-episode season will premiere sometime next year. Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top says, above all, his longtime friend Billy Joe Shaver was a great storyteller. Shaver died after suffering a stroke in Texas yesterday. He was 81. He was part of the outlaw country movement of the 1970s and wrote songs for Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, Johnny Rodriguez, John Anderson, and more. He also had a role in Duvall's film The Apostle. And Whitney Houston has become the first black artist to have 3 Diamond-certified albums. The Recording Industry Association of America has certified her Whitney album as Diamond for sales of 10 million copies. Her self-titled debut and the Bodyguard soundtrack were previously awarded diamond status. Garth Brooks has the most diamond albums with 9. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I've never cared for muskrat love. You guys like it? It's okay if you do.
I don't have any opinion one way or another.
There's a joke coming. I can smell it.
I like it.
Wait a minute.
What you smell is not a joke.
Give it a shot. Come on. Give it a shot.
Oh, I honestly had nothing. I was just asking your opinion.
So this is just all set up then.
Oh.
When we come back.
Yeah, when you come back, pal.
I love the pal. That was a cherry on top. Suck it, pal.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kate Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
Meeted Greg Hahn.
I play golf.
Oh, yeah.
I love golf. I play a lot of golf. Every hole, like 14,000 strokes. That's a lot of golf. You know what I mean? I look like a propeller out there just swinging away. I love golf. I swing with one hand. I don't even use two hands. I don't care. I hit that ball as hard as I can, walk 6 feet, and hit it again. Every hole I use the driver. Par 3, I don't want to see a 7-iron. I let the big dog eat. I grip and rip it. You give me a golf cart, a 12-pack, and a lake, I'll show you how to have fun all day. You ever wonder how far a golf cart can go on a lake before it sinks? You ever wonder that? 13 feet! I love golf. What a sport. It's a good sport, because if you yell 4, you get to hit people with your ball. That was nice. People with houses on the golf course, they're always complaining, if you bounce the ball off their roof. They should shut up and wear a helmet, because I am playing through, buddy. I'm hitting patio furniture, bird feeders, I'm digging up cable. I'm not afraid to take a divot. They call me the farmer!
Yeah. Fetching the towel deserves a thank you. The one guy called in that. Yeah.
Tossing the towel to you?
Sure, that deserves a thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, but you don't want to do a thing where you come out with a hand towel and you go, oh, wait a minute, you probably want this one, and then you throw the
big wet towel. No, you don't.
Implying
what's something you were talking about earlier?
Stadium beers.
Your money shot you were saying was.
It's like 24 ounces.
So I don't know if this is with age, but I don't really have what you'd call a money shot. Mine just kind of quietly leaves the party. It's more of a will you take a check shot.
921 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
No, Christy, stop it. It's unbelievable. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Sorry.
I'm gonna have to get on my stick.
I don't care. Just beat me. I don't care.
Not the beating stick, the directing stick.
Oh, okay.
Quick forecast?
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Rain today. Look for a high of 52. We have rain now, 44 degrees.
And a great looking Halloween night.
Yes.
Oh, scary. Thank you. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. I got a question. We'll get to it in just a second.
Okay.
Featuring Ace Cosby, our engineer. There's Chick. We have
how about you?
Josh, of course, at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair.
Hi.
Christy Lee. I can see her. She's right next to me in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Well, actually, the
news desk.
Just in the desk. We brought her back in the room. We
put Pat in my room.
Yes, we redid the room, and now Pat's in there. Pat Godwin is over there. Willie G, right over there. And this is Tom speaking. Ace, we were talking about the fact that I do not care to watch television in bed.
Yes.
Not a fan. And then you said that you watch TV in bed. What?
I watch more in bed than I do.
But I thought didn't you say you watch television standing up?
Yeah. But when I'm in bed, I'm laying down.
Okay, so you'll watch it either in bed or standing up in your behind
living
the couch.
room.
Yeah.
So you get behind your couch.
I normally can't sleep without TV on.
Gotcha.
You'll watch an entire show standing up. That is weird.
For hours, a couple hours.
Hey, Ace Cosby, he's either horizontal or vertical.
That's right.
Yeah, no bending those knees.
And when I'm alone, I face south. And when I'm with somebody, I face north in bed.
No kidding. You actually. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's either left or right. I was thinking you switched, like your feet were where your head was if you're alone. Is that what that's true?
Yeah, because I face the TV.
I don't even want to go here.
Do you have to change the sheets then? Otherwise, your head's gonna smell like your feet.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can we get out of this conversation? Is that possible? Are we just stuck here
Yes,
now?
we
I just can't believe you
coming up the
watch
news.
TV standing up. Okay, Christy Lee, I'm sorry. What do we have about Halloween?
A homeowners association in Texas has
Homeowners
asked
say what?
a woman to remove her Halloween display, is what they said, because it looks like a skeleton strip club.
Oh.
Angela Nava of Richmond received a letter from her HOA Sunday and said she had 30 days to remove her lawn decorations, which feature pole dancing skeletons wearing colorful wigs as well as skeletal patrons.
Thomas's hand raised.
Yes.
Could you read the part about they gave her how much time?
30 days from October 25th. So
Okay,
if you
that
do the
means,
math.
That means Halloween's.
Right.
I guess she's going to be able to leave it up for a while.
Yeah, it sounds like.
What is your obsession with Halloween? I don't understand it.
It brings joy to children.
You're going to take your kids trick-or-treating, but are you at least going to be safe? Are you going to try to wear masks?
Of course he's going to be safe.
Distance and...
Yes.
We can do this and be safe.
You can't just let it go for 1 year.
Life goes on in the world. We don't have to all sequester.
That's
it's possible to go out and do. Yes,
have you decided how you're going to give out candy?
Yeah, we're going to glove up and put everything in bags, and then they'll be on a table so people could come up and grab them.
You know, we were talking about the guy with the chute. I forget where he was. He had a candy chute at his house. Another guy had a zip line.
Cool.
That would work.
He used the license plate as the platform and laid the candy and then just wheeled it down the zip line and it shoots through a bat's mouth. It was really good.
That's great.
Very cool.
Yeah, fun.
Have some fun.
Angela's lawn decorations feature pole dancing skeletons wearing colorful wigs as well as skeletal patrons.
All right.
Her scenes that she changed every night have become a creative outlet for her, she said.
Good for her.
So far, up until this letter that I received, everybody who's come by has been incredibly supportive. It might be Nava said that since Halloween falls within the HOA's deadline, she intends to leave her decorations up until after the holiday.
There's this TV interview with her. Instead of showing the decorations, they just show her blabbing away about them.
Have you seen them? I saw them.
There's another thing.
I was going to say.
They're great.
Are they always of a stripper?
Well, they're on Josh, here you can see they're on a stripper pole doing what would be considered stripper moves, but they're skeletons.
Like a lap situation where they're sitting on a patron's lap.
Obviously easy to tuck.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
wrap around a rib.
I was going to ask, and not to sound indelicate, do the patrons have an extra bone, so to speak?
Oh, come on. That's the most indelicate thing.
What a gross question that. My God.
Talk about tone deaf.
Christy, close your ears.
Trod that question out.
No, because there used to be a popular Halloween costume that some of my friends in college would wear, and it's a skeleton costume. It's, all black with white bones.
Right.
And then they put an extra bone.
Oh, more filth. Oh, jeez.
It's been institutionalized.
Yeah, it sure has.
Good Lord.
One day I'm filthy, the other day I'm PC Willie. Got it. Good, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, by the way,
don't ever ask us not to do a specific thing, okay?
Don't buy these skeleton pole dancers champagne. First of all, it costs a fortune, and it goes right through them.
It sure does. Yeah.
Well, if you buy them champagne, be sure to get them off.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't that the old joke?
That's the old joke.
Yeah.
Skeleton walks into a bar. Like a beer in a mouth.
Yeah, it's a joke.
And I guess they actually have patrons that are skeletons.
Yeah, I said that. They've got girls sitting on their laps. And
I'm looking at the picture now. Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to look this up.
Hey, Chick. You think any of these skeletons have an extra bone?
Drop it up there, baby.
That's good.
Yeah, baby.
Willie, will you be quiet? I'm talking to Chick.
Looks like a teeth.
Yeah.
The old bone.
Oh, boy. Yeah, they don't strip, they just decompose.
Well, that's well oiled. That's a long strip show.
That is, don't criticize these girls. They don't have thick skin.
No, it sure doesn't. Not at all.
He's on fire.
You got one more.
they don't need to wear pasties?
There you go.
Well, what would you paste him to? A bone? Hey!
I got a bone right here.
Please welcome to the stage, Fibula.
That does sound like a stripper name.
It does.
Fibula.
On the opposite side.
If I said you had no body, would you hold it against me? Remember that great song?
Great song.
You had a beautiful body.
I guess it would be no flesh.
Is that the Bellamy Brothers, I think?
Yeah. It's a great song.
If you say so.
I thought it was very
Disagree
nice.
strong.
A Texas man's gory Halloween decorations have led to multiple 911 calls.
Oh.
You ought to see this one. Dallas artist Stephen Novak said, I've always been up to hijinks, like flying ghosts or
I hate him already.
7-foot-tall snow sculptures of myself.
Someone says I'm up to hijinks, I want him arrested.
So I was going to do Halloween, and it was obvious it should be.
Really?
At last, wait a minute. At last, you're saying something I can agree with.
I'm up to hijinks.
Yeah, the hell
What are you?
this guy.
You walk out of a book? No one talks that way.
Nursery rhyme?
Are you speaking?
Sorry, this guy's a jerk.
It's a rumpus. It's a hijink.
The result of this artist is a wheelbarrow filled with severed limbs, dummies lying in pools of blood, one impaled by a chainsaw, another whose head is smashed in by a safe, and a third dangling from the roof with a machete in its skull.
I mean, this looks like you've really come upon
real.
a murder scene.
Wow.
This is during the day, and it's terrifying.
The grisly scene is
blood
led
everywhere.
to police responding to the residents on numerous occasions. Novak said that when he was home to receive officers, they told him, quote, they thought it was cool and that they were only there because they were required to reply to complaints from the sergeant. He added, quote, my plans were way worse on paper, so next year, look out.
Now, Josh, I know you've always wanted to make a horror movie, Josh.
Yeah.
I got an idea for you.
Yes, please.
This would be a great, you could have the guy with like a big fake hearse, and it's all just enough over the top.
Right.
But then you end up putting a real body in there. To
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, this is gruesome. Now, are you a fan of the gruesome stuff? Do you like
some? Yeah, I do. Particularly if it's over the top and fun, like the Evil Dead movies, that kind of thing. But yeah, it has its place. When it's just gratuitous and not scary, I don't like it as much, but it has its place. You know, this actually did happen. There was a fun house for a while, and they moved one of the mummies, like skeletal mummies, and they found out that it was a real corpse.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And it was like a century old, and it was this old gunfighter that had been on display. His body had been torn around and on display.
Oh, my Lord.
Yikes.
Oh, Chick's got the picture of the...
that's really
Lord.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to find it for Josh. Thank you.
Good Lord.
Did you ever
I
hear the
couldn't
classic
find it.
story? This happened up in Canada. There was a very popular nightclub, and there was an area where there were sort of two walls that met, but there was like this space of about, I don't know, 8 inches or something, and they disallowed smoking in that particular city in public. So after quite a while, the smoke smell eventually left the building, but there was an odd odor.
Oh.
And they took a camera on a stick or something, and they put it in this one kind of weird area where these walls met because there appeared to be a space back in there. There was a body in there.
Oh, man.
It had been decomposing for several years.
Just masked by the smoke smell.
Masked by the smoke smell.
Oh.
Some guy apparently had tried to, but I can squeeze in there. And
he couldn't. Well, he could.
But he couldn't squeeze out.
Yeah.
You would have thought they would have heard the screaming, but yeah, that's a true thing.
Yikes.
Now, we have a windbag here about the Henry VIII controversy from earlier this morning.
Yes.
Today is what day, Christy?
Today is Cat Day.
And?
Hermit Day.
Hermit Day.
Yes.
Therefore, we explored the world of Herman's Hermits. The band that had many, many fine songs.
There was no way
we all agree about that.
Nope.
Oh, sure, certainly.
Including Henry VIII, I Am.
Right. Masterpiece.
Favorite song.
Many people like it. It was a
many people.
giant hit. But their biggest hit is a thing called No Milk Today, which is a real audio turd.
Never heard that song.
Yeah, I can't figure out why that
I think
was.
Spotify's algorithm's all off on that one.
Yeah,
It has to be.
well, here's the Henry VIII song. I think that we can get this on here for us. Perhaps if I press the right buttons, that'll happen sometime today. Here we go.
The first.
Sorry. But she wouldn't have a Willie.
Writing.
She wouldn't have a Willie or a Sam.
No, of course not.
Famously, we apparently have a windbag. I have not heard this. Let's see if this is applicable.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Dear Bob and Tom, nothing pleases me more than correcting somebody who thinks they know everything. Henry VIII is not about King Henry. It is about a man named Henry who is marrying a woman who has been married 7 times before.
That is true.
And all the men were named Henry.
That's right.
Yeah. So he is the 8th Henry.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Yes, of course.
Well, we kind of all knew that.
We all knew that.
Clearly, but an historical reference of sorts.
Yes.
Right. But what we've been saying is that it's about Henry VIII, the king. And
Right.
It really is.
It's sort of and because the real Henry VIII, as Christy was pointing out, recent research has indicated that he called upon a court to decide if they were going to burn.
No, he called upon a court to put his wife to death, and then they said she can either burn to death or be beheaded. You may choose her form of
and so he was
execution.
Kind enough to go with the.
He was kind enough to get her beheaded. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So that Henry VIII dirtbag, but it does mention Willie and Sam, which brings us to a classic from this show.
Oh my goodness.
Willie, you're gonna plot.
This is when Willie's a little kid, many years ago. Willie.
Yeah.
With little Timmy Cavanaugh, and let's see what happens here.
It's the Sam and Willie Show. Tonight on the Sam and Willie Show, Sam and Willie Griswold, Tom's kids, make an amazing discovery that just might change the Griswold family forever. Here's a preview of tonight's must-see episode.
Sam, I just got a call from the radio station. Did you schedule a meeting with us with Dad this afternoon?
Yeah. We're on the schedule from 4:47 to 4:58.
11 minutes?
I was lucky to get that. I'll just squeeze us in.
What's the meeting about?
I've been listening to some of his old records, and no, I'm not so glad that I did. I found something very disturbing in his record collection.
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't like the time that you found those magazines hidden in Dad's underwear drawer, is it?
No, it's even worse.
Worse than finding 22 issues of The Modern Bridegroom?
It's not a song I found in Dad's record collection. Did you hear the line, "She wouldn't have a Willie or Sam"?
Wait. Are you saying that Dad got our names from that stupid song?
Yep. You know how Dad always said that I was named after his great-grandfather was a hero in the Boxer Rebellion?
And that's why Dad always wears briefs.
Yeah. Well, I think the story's totally bogus. I looked up the Boxer Rebellion. It happened in China.
Wow. What kind of psycho would make up a story like that? Dad. Wow, Sam. Dad told me I was named after entertainment pioneer Willie Tyler. They made a color barrier. Too?
Yep. I think that we were named from a line in a Herman's Hermits.
Oh, wait. So wait, are Lucy and Charlie mentioned in that song too?
No, but I think I figured out where he got those names.
Oh. From another song?
No, even worse. Remember that comic strip Peanuts?
No, wait. Are you saying that Lucy and Charlie were named after cartoon characters?
Could have been worse. He could have named one of us Pigpen.
Tune in tonight with Sam Donaldson and Willie Taylor Lester, guest star on an all-new Sam and Willie Show.
I think it's a fact. Willie Tyler broke the color barrier in the world of ventriloquism.
Well, talk about coming full circle, huh?
And now here's Willie's voice now.
Can I leave?
The weird thing is Sam sounds exactly the same.
He sounds exactly the same. My voice way higher, and I talk a little faster. And I had to intentionally work on that for years.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. Let me ask her a question.
The squirrels are here. Well, let's see.
The squirrels are here? What?
If squirrels talk, they'd sound like that.
What?
He may be onto something. But how do we know?
I know we do know
anything anymore.
We do know that in the last several years, you've been seeing a lot of advertisements for various products, miraculous pharmaceuticals that can help in the realm of ED, erectile dysfunction. And if you've lost your mojo, whatever you want to call it, maybe you've been thinking, maybe I should get this checked out, but I'm too embarrassed to go to my family doctor. Well, here's what you do. You go to a place called Roman, R-O-M-A-N. You go to GetRoman.com to be precise, GetRoman.com/wood, and you will be hooked up with a healthcare professional that can prescribe real medication. It's simple, it's safe, and totally discreet. You don't have to go to the family doctor. With Roman, you get their famous evaluation, which is how much, Josh?
It's free.
It's free. Thank you very much. And then they have their famous free 2-day shipping also.
That is free.
Did you skip?
How many times have we done this?
Hundreds.
And then you drink your coffee during the question is coming about how much it costs with the famous free shipping, and the answer, of course, is
free.
Okay, free. Now you can drink your coffee. Thank you very much. The whole process is straightforward, discreet, and simple. Go to GetRoman.com/wood. Free online visit. And I'm not going to call on you again. It's GetRoman.com/wood. Go today. You get that $15 off your first order of ED treatment if you do it today. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. GetRoman.com/wood. $15 off. GetRoman.com/wood. Coming up, I think we're going to be able to get it. We have made more obscure references today than in the history of this show, but we do have today in history, so I bet we can get really obscure when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check out the Bob and Tom Show app and let your voice be heard. Our contact info is right there.
Guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac, Mark Allison here with you. Rolling through a Thursday, October 29th. Tomorrow will be Friday, and then we head into the weekend, which is Halloween weekend. So we hope you have some great plans with your friends and family. You socially distance, keep yourselves happy and safe, and most of all, make it fun for the kids, even if you have to sort of rearrange the way you normally do it. Make it special for them, won't you? Huh? How about that for a nice, form, well-loved tip? Huh? All right. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up, and we've got what we learned on today's Bob and Tom Show next.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Justin Turner violated coronavirus protocols when he celebrated winning the World Series on the field with his Dodgers teammates. That's from Major League Baseball. They also say Turner refused instructions from security to leave the field, behavior that risks the safety of others. The commissioner's office says it's starting a full investigation. Turner had been pulled after the 7th, then returned to celebrate. He posed without a mask for a team photo on Globe Life Field in Arlington. And the Dodgers' big win in the World Series did not bring a ratings win to Fox. The series with the Tampa Bay Rays posted an average TV rating 32% below the previous World Series low. Nielsen reports the 6 games averaged 9.7 million viewers. Previous average low was 12.6 million. The Giants swept the Tigers in 2012. College football, the pandemic hit the Big Ten football just 2 weeks into their season yesterday. Number 9, Wisconsin, canceled their game at Nebraska and paused team activities for at least a week A dozen people in the program, including Coach Paul Chryst, tested positive for COVID-19. Athletic Director Barry Alvarez and Chancellor Rebecca Blank made the decision in consultation with Big Ten officials. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Let's want to wait for the vocal to see if we can determine his race.
Boy, that's a dangerous game.
Yeah, that'd be a great game show.
No, it would.
Yeah, you talk about the voice.
Let me stand in really quick. No, that would not be a good game show.
Wait until you watch.
We don't need Blake Shelton to go, I think you're Puerto Rican. That doesn't need to happen. You do not need that damn. That's a bad idea.
And then we have, what color is he? Has been canceled.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I did a show at my brother's fraternity last time I was there, and they're all giving me the ideas, like how to, when they drink, how they get around. Because they know they know drinking and driving is wrong. So they have this thing where they get really drunk, and then they walk to Domino's, order a pizza, and then when they go to deliver it, they ask the guy for a ride. That's a good idea.
Home in 30 minutes or less.
The drinking and driving is the designated driver is a good idea. What always amazes me about that is they give these designated drivers coffee all night. They're like, have another cup of coffee. Hey, Bob, that's a designated driver. Hey, that's a good thing what you do with your friends. Here's another cup of coffee. Have a soda. They're not better off than someone that's had a six-pack. They get pulled over. They're wired out of their gourd. Like, officer, I'm the designated driver. I think you got to take care of these people. The cop's like, why don't you let the guy in the back puking drive? You can run ahead of the car and make sure it doesn't hit anything.
Sean Morey is here with us. Sean, nice to see you.
I get annoyed by certain things. People who use the word friggin'.
Friggin'?
What the hell is that? Make a stand. Either say the F word or say golly gosh darn. What does friggin' mean anyway? I'm almost mad enough to cuss. Don't push me. I'll say friggin'. I don't give a shooby dooby.
944 Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello?
Tonight? Yeah, hello. There we go. This evening is what I meant to say. My NDTV 23, 1130 is what we call Bob and Tom Tonight. That's right. It'll be great. Check it out. Oh, by the way, speaking of things you can check out, a couple of podcasts, including, and Josh, your podcast is called, once again?
That Josh Arnold podcast.
Okay. And then Willie, your podcast?
Bits and Pieces.
And it'll feature you and Jess and Jessica.
Yeah, and Jason Hoffman.
Jason Hoffman? He's changed his last name?
He did, yeah.
He likes to be called Abby. Abby something.
Abby Noble.
That's it, Abby Noble. That would have been the joke. Thank you. We have a lot to get to here. We're hoping to get one more incredibly obscure thing in before this show is over. Listen for cash, please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show with Ace Chick. Josh, I'm Tom. There's Christy, Patty G, Willie G. We are here. And,
yeah, we are.
Do you want to squeeze in the one story that you've been talking about, Christy? The old lady?
104-year-old grandmother in Denmark rented a helicopter to visit her family. Margaret Hansen, who lives in a retirement home on the Danish island of Funen, wanted to see her...
What's it called again?
Funen.
Funen.
Wanted to see her 82-year-old son and her grandchildren that live 108 miles away. The centenarian told Denmark's TV2...
We're on your side.
Yeah.
Quote, I thought it was the fastest way to get away. I do not know what it costs.
Didn't give me a shot.
Thought it was worth the money.
Back up, Christy. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Do it again.
The centenarian told Denmark's TV2...
When news come first.
well worth going back. I'm so glad.
I thought it was the fastest way to get away. I don't know what it cost, but it was worth the money. One grandson picked Hansen up from her retirement home on Tuesday.
The other grandson acted like he wasn't home.
Drove to a nearby field where a private helicopter flew her and a nurse to Stovrig. Hansen saw her relatives' new house from the sky, visited with them on the ground before taking the chopper home the same day.
How much money do these people have?
So this rich old lady...
She said it was worth the money.
That's got to be like $15,000.
Well, I don't know.
I would imagine, a helicopter doesn't start up for less than $10,000, I would think.
Plus, you got to pay for the nurse.
And she's 104.
Yeah.
She ain't taking it with her.
Real quick question. Does the helicopter get to park in the handicap section?
That is a fair question.
They can pull right up.
Right. I like this Denmark lady. I think she's a Great Dane.
Oh.
Thoughts?
I enjoyed it.
Amazing. Well done.
I mean, cute, right?
I thought you were going to go with rotten in Denmark.
ROTTIN apostrophe.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Very good. That's an interesting. What a sweet old lady.
Yes.
That apparently has a ton of money.
You know what?
Time now to.
Probably feel like she probably doesn't have much time left. She knew.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sure
doesn't take a
grandkids thinking there goes my lake house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thanks, Grandma.
Why didn't you try the parachute thing? At least the odds are better that I'll be getting my inheritance a lot quicker.
Hardly worth going home, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry. Time to check out what is happening in history, please.
Time now for Today in History.
Okay, you'll like this one, Josh. I know that you're a big fan of Salem.
Yes.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, love that town.
And I believe they've closed it this year. Not having the hordes of people. At least they're asking not to have them. In 1692, the court convened for the Salem witch trials and it was dissolved. Okay, that was the focus.
Good. Yeah, not a
Goody Proctor.
Yes. So now we also found out that the first store opened in Denver, Colorado, on this day in 1858.
Oh, what store?
What store?
It's in Denver. It's probably a weed store.
Yes,
maybe
exactly.
a general store.
It was in fact a weed store, and they had lid organizers there.
Of course they would.
What kind of store was it? Was it a general store?
Yeah.
Grocery? Oh, okay.
Okay. It would have been weird if it was like one of those lingerie shops.
Yeah, Fredericks of Hollywood.
They call it that because Fred has to wear this to get me turned on. There are no ladies here.
Fred.
Okay. This is the famous Black Tuesday, 1929. The stock market crashes.
Yeah, all because one guy took his money out of the bank.
Yeah. Okay.
Started to run.
They can trace it to the one dude.
One guy.
And then this is a great story. In 1998, the great John Glenn blasted off. He was 77 years old at the time, making him the oldest person to ever go into space. I mean, that's amazing. You ever see the video of this? He's got the turn signal on the whole time.
Didn't he vomit when he landed, right? He couldn't get out of the...
Well, but come on.
Right away.
He's a great American. I would think that zero gravity would be pretty great on the old bones, huh?
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of handy.
All that pressure off.
I would think it would be,
We have a couple birthdays we really have to get to. These are very important.
Okay.
1942, the great Bob Ross was born.
Oh.
For those of you not familiar with Mr. Ross.
Mr. Ross.
Talks very quietly, did the famous paintings.
The boss, Bob Ross.
Yes.
Happy little birthday.
His kids hated it because he would always call his kids happy little accidents.
Oh, yeah, I didn't care for that. Yeah. His paintings kind of sucked, let's just be honest. Pedestrian.
But he was the inspiration for the Chia Pet. I think it's important that we...
oh, man, that is tenuous. Okay.
What, the hair?
Yeah, boy, what you just did.
He didn't want to keep it, and the producers of the show made him
you know what? Why that's right in that. Why haven't they made a Bob Ross Chia Pet? That would be.
I think they have, haven't they?
Is there one?
I think so.
Yeah. There's also the 70s porn one. Ever seen that one?
I don't.
Yeah. The Johnny Wad.
Now we can go.
That is rough.
Yeah, that's tough.
A lot of hair.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. Products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Where news comes first. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a new feature on what we learned on today's show. What we didn't learn on today's show, because I didn't finish the previous segment.
Okay.
We would have learned that happy birthday to Dan Castellaneta.
Oh.
Friend of the show. He's been in of course, he is the voice of
Homer Simpson.
Did you see his new project?
No.
He's going to do the read the Bible as Homer Simpson.
Really?
Yeah. It's
going to be...
Go ahead.
Go on.
We're waiting.
Very, very popular.
Jesus wept.
You don't have
You don't have a joke?
No punchline to that.
No, you don't really need one. Just the notion of someone actually getting it.
Remember when Marge took the kids to church and wanted Homer to go, and he stayed home, and it was the best day of his life. Remember that?
I'm sorry. What else did we learn, you ask? Tupperware is having a great year, apparently. Yep. Their business is way up, according to... Willie
doesn't say Tupperware. He says...
Tupperware, chick.
That's right.
Very deep philosophical.
Darn right.
Never fart in one and close the lid and then go back to it like 3 days later and see if the fart's still there?
Still fresh. Is it? Great idea. Now, there's a financial issue in the building right now. After the pencil thin mustache incident, Mr. Godwin is still owed money by Christy Lee. However, Christy has pointed out she cannot pay Pat right now because the money that she is carrying in her purse is for her, quote, mower.
So right now,
this is the kid who mows her lawn.
Yes.
Christy is dodging the mower guy and Pat Godwin.
And Josh, why does the mower kid need money?
Because he needs his insulin.
I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Come here to collect.
We learned that in contemporary slang, Ace, what is a box worker?
I don't know. A safe cracker.
It's safe cracker. If you ever want to rob
Ace, you're surrounded by safe crackers. I would have thought you would have known that.
Different meaning. Thank you very much. And I applaud today's show, and especially the listeners who hung out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.